you haven't heard the news, we won the World Series, y'all.
Dodgers.
Game 5. Oh, yes, and watch parties are all over SoCal. We are rocking tonight, too, as the Dodgers fought back because we didn't know how this was going to happen. But they came from a 5-0 deficit to win the World Series, their 8th run.
Can you believe it, Pat? A real nail-biter tonight, and KCAL News reporter Gio Insignaris live in Pasadena tonight at Rocco's Tavern, where Dodgers fans have been simply losing their minds, Gio.
Guys, it's been so loud I had to take my AirPods and put them on noise cancellation just so I could hear your toss out to me. But now, let's transition into the fun, the excitement, because there is no shortage of cheers, of loud music, of excitement, because why wouldn't you be excited after your team just won the World Series, especially after a game that we just saw? I mean, when we talk about the energy being a little bit deflated when they were down 5-0, let me tell you that it was, we're a little worried there. But now crank it all the way back up, and there is nothing but good feelings and good vibes. On that note, we want to come out here and try to get some energy and talk to some fans, because we got them out here earlier. Guys, come on in with me here. We talked to you when we were in line, right? Before the game even started.
Right.
You were feeling good about it.
I was feeling very good.
Okay, now walk me through how you were feeling when it was 5-0 Yankee way, and now you're celebrating a World Series title.
Man, it was nerve-wracking. I was nervous, but, we kept our faith, and fortunately, things went our way, I'm just glad. I mean, I'm just excited that we won.
Yeah. You also mentioned, we got to say, happy birthday to you. It's right around the corner. I mean, you get to celebrate that, and you get to celebrate this. How are you going to bring it all together?
Oh, my God. I mean, I'll be stress-free on my birthday, not worried about, game 6.
Yeah.
So I'm just happy, thankfully. But go Dodgers.
Yeah, there you go.
We got this championship. We're proving that, that whole fluke with the 2020 championship, it was real. So, I'm glad. I'm excited.
Well, hey, congrats. It's been a fun night, and the party's just getting started.
It's just getting started.
All right. Hey, thank you so much. Appreciate you. All right, guys, the party is just getting started, and it's going to go all the rest of the night. Let's turn back around. We'll show everybody that is living it up, because talk about a roller coaster. I mean, when you start off like that, you're thinking, all right, maybe we just pack this up and get back to a game 6 here in Los Angeles. But I'll make a mention of the comment that happened earlier, right? World Series matchups that started off 3-0. They never have even gotten to a game 6. So let it be known that history has not gotten that far. It stays consistent. Guys, I'll send it back to you.
All righty, Gio, thanks so much. And Pat, scenes like this are happening all over Southern California tonight, right?
They certainly are. And they're happening in downtown L.A., and that's where we find our Lauren Posen in a sea of white and blue and Dodgers pride. Okay, Lauren, your turn.
Oh, my gosh. What a night, you guys. I got my Dodger fan here. How was the game?
Oh, my God. That was the craziest game I've ever seen. Being down 5-0 early, my confidence was, I don't know. I can't even explain it. But seeing what happened today, seeing that we're back on top after 2020, we finally get our parade, baby. We finally get our parade. Go Dodgers.
We're coming back champions.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And you know what? We're doing it again next year, and the year after that, and the year after that. Let's go.
Well, let's hope Lauren is still there. There she is.
We're all excited here. This is just what a night, what a game.
We don't gotta say much, though. Hold up. They not like us. They not like us. LA, baby. They not like us.
I'm expecting a lot of sick calls tomorrow, Pat. What do you
because
think?
no, they're not like us. As he was saying. Okay. Well, Desmond Shaw's been flying over Los Angeles, and especially over East L.A., where we have had some rather, celebratory events, if you want to call them that, Des. So I know that LAPD is on the watch tonight for, what could possibly happen. We just hope it stays peaceful. It could be loud, but just be peaceful. Hey, Des.
Hey, Pat and Juan, indeed, here we are at Atlantic and Whittier, where we've seen so many celebrations in years past, and even in the lead-up to the World Series. Now, fans need to know, LA County Sheriff's deputies and CHP, they're definitely taking a different tack than they were in 2020 when we saw some of those really, really crazy moments, and even recently with some of the crazy street takeovers that we saw with the donuts and the burnouts and all kinds of crazy behavior and the fireworks. They are out here in full force in a lot of different intersections. We'll see if they're even going to allow fans to gather out here, but definitely the shenanigans that we saw with vehicles, it doesn't look like they're going to have any patience for that tonight. But I do want to widen out and show you what we have been seeing as it will begin to show up here on the screen with a lot of fireworks going off. Very kind of reminiscent almost of the 4th of July instead of Halloween Eve. Of course, now as I pan up across Southern California, the fireworks are taking a little bit of a break. Well, you're starting to see some of them come off here. So down here in the Boyle Heights area, there we go. Quite a few fireworks going off. Obviously, all illegal, but that is not stopping Dodger fans from lighting off quite a bit of fireworks. Boyle Heights, South LA, all the gateway cities south of downtown starting to see a ton of fireworks. We'll see what else is going to be accompanied as far as celebratory behavior tonight across Southern California. Live at SkyCal, I'm Desmond Shaw. Pat Juan, back to you in the studio.
All right, Desmond, you keep us posted up there. Thank you. Well, LAPD has already started to shut down a number of streets anticipating Dodgers celebration.
And KCAL assignment editor Mike Rogers live at the desk. Well, Mike, we kind of anticipated this to happen, but again, the word is peaceful, loud but peaceful.
Loud, happy, hopefully peaceful. Yeah, Pat and Juan, I just talked to LAPD over in Central Division. I want to show you more live pictures from SkyCal because Des has really been scoping all these locations out for us as he pans around the city. The 6th Street Bridge, a problem spot, even without the Dodgers winning, is closed. All of the roads surrounding LA Live are closed. And really, Desmond was getting overhead just as the Dodgers won. And right as that happened, we saw a bunch of cop cars kind of just pour into the street. So they are ready. They've got officers on 12 on, 12 off. We are not at this point, as far as I know, in a tactical alert or anything like that, but they are prepared. They've been planning for this. The situation that Des was talking about over in East LA, the sheriffs and CHP have had a lot of practice because every time the Dodgers have won during this series, and even when they won the pennant, the fans have come out there, and every single night we've gone out there after the win, the area that the sheriffs are shutting down gets a little bit bigger and bigger and bigger because the fans are moving from wherever is closed down to another location somewhere else. So far, so good, as Des, I think, is coming back over the East LA intersection here. So we'll see if this gets rowdy, if they've figured out somewhere. Obviously, they can't close every intersection across Los Angeles. So we'll see. Also up in the valley, Van Nuys and Laurel Canyon are closed up in the Pacoima area as well. So there's a large police presence in some of our known hotspots. We'll see if fans cooperate or if they go somewhere else and things get a little bit rowdy. But we'll keep an eye on it here from the desk.
All right. Thank you so much, Mike. Well, we've been talking about the watch parties that have been happening all over Southern California. And they have certainly, been wild, loud, festive, if you will, because the Dodgers, we weren't sure. It was a 5-0 deficit up until, the 5th inning or something like that. And then all of a sudden, things turned.
They really pulled it out, and that was the good news. But yeah, we'll see how these fans kind of handle it because it's one thing to celebrate, but it's when they get into the streets. And as Desmond has said, we get to these where they do these burnouts and people are standing in the streets and they're getting really close to other cars, some graffiti. Those are the things that they try to kind of watch out for and not have to deal with. So we'll see. We are also waiting to see, let me just refresh my screen really quick here, about a parade, you guys. Hopefully that'll be coming soon, and we'll get to know when all those details are happening. But yeah, we're tracking all of that from the desk and monitoring Chopper and the places in downtown LA, and we'll see if they get heated up tonight.
Well, no, you'll keep us posted. Thanks so much, Mike.
We've got a party too here in the weather center
over there. A lot of celebrations out here. And speaking of, let's go back to KCAL News reporter Gio Insignares in Pasadena tonight at Rocco's Tavern. Gio, take it away.
Well, Juan, Pat, you guys were mentioning the energy, and yeah, being down 5-0 in the 5th inning, it started to really fall apart there for the Yankees in that 5th inning, and that is when you could just feel a jolt, and I'm talking about a heavy jolt of excitement right there carrying all the way through the end of what was a roller coaster ride of a game, to say the least. Now, I want to bring in our Dodgers fan, Juan, who we talked to before the game. Now, Juan, first off, I appreciate you giving us some time here again today.
My pleasure, my pleasure.
I mean, here's the thing. When we were talking earlier, you mentioned you've been a Dodgers fan since you were a kid. So what does this title mean to you?
This means that, that from the start of this game and to the middle to the end, my goodness, it was a stressful thing. But my parents, who are still here in the life, remember how to mean back in the days when he said, "Cuadrangular!"
out of it, which means a home run, grand slam. I was kind of hoping for it, but Dodgers pulled it off. Man, you couldn't ask for anything better than today. Yeah. Awesome.
So what are your plans now? Are you spending the rest of the night here? You're already planning for the parade. What's next? Because it's not ending tonight.
No, I think we're going to bar hop tonight and have a little fun tonight. Go Dodgers. Man, you gave us everything we wanted. God bless you. We love you.
And it couldn't come really in a more exciting type of fashion, because that game was getting a little worrisome when it was 5-0, and then all of a sudden all of us were just jumping in our seats like, oh my goodness, it's actually happening.
You know what? Everybody is saying it's going to come back to LA, but I think we smashed it in New York.
They were coming back to LA regardless, right? But now this time they're coming back as champions, not having to play one more game.
Yeah.
Fine. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Hey, enjoy. It's a special moment.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Love LA!
Come on, Pat. So that brings us obviously to the next question. I know Mike was mentioning it briefly there, refreshing his page. Hopefully we'll get that update soon, because the next step is that parade, right? You know, Dodgers got to fly back. Now they're flying back as champions, and now everybody gets to celebrate the rest of this evening, and of course get to celebrate with the team, because it's one thing to clinch the NLCS here. It's another thing to clinch the World Series in New York City. Now you get to share it with your fans once you get that flight back cross country, guys.
Special night for all of us. Thank you so much, Gio. Let's go back to East LA, where preparations are underway for celebrations.
Well, look at what are we looking at here, Des? We see a lot of cars there, and that's obviously, are they coming from a watch party, or do we know? This is just that intersection.
I'm not sure here, Pat. Yeah, you know, I think it almost seems like as soon as the game was over, a lot of these fans got in their cars and they decided to want to come cruise down Whittier Boulevard. We know that's a big part of the whole culture here in East LA, and especially when the Dodgers win. So, you know, even though they have that closure kind of in the middle at Whittier and Atlantic, the LA County Sheriff's deputies and CHP, they're not able to be everywhere. So I was just kind of looking at the wide view. Whenever you see a big line of cars like this, it's probably a pretty safe bet that something's about to happen. We've got some of the mini bikes down here, some of the classic cars, some of the souped-up cars. I hear someone here on a bike, lots of Dodger flags out there. Not seeing anything super crazy yet. On the other side of the closure, I'll just pan up there. So here's the closure right around Whittier and Atlantic, and a couple of blocks either direction. And then on the west end of the closure, kind of a similar situation. Just people starting to gather so far. Definitely a situation we're going to be keeping apprised. But right now, just seeing a lot of trucks, a lot of flags, a lot of folks on the sidewalks. Not seeing any of the really crazy behavior just yet, but we will definitely be on the lookout for it. Pat, Juan, back to you.
All right, thank you so much, Des. I'm glad you're overhead with that, and we'll be getting back to Des throughout the evening. But we want to go back to downtown LA, where our Lauren Posen. Okay, you've chosen a very nice spot outside, Lauren, where you could probably hear a lot better.
Yes. I wanted to change locations for you back at home so you could really get a feel for what's going on out here. The party, it's gone to the streets. Look at all these people. Everyone is just celebrating. I've seen champagne being sprayed. Everyone, they got we got some fireworks too. I mean, it's a party. And also, we got LAPD here as well, too. Greg, let's show everybody at home. The LAPD, they're here in their lines. They're waiting. They're on standby. Just making sure everybody behaves themselves. So far, no problems. Everybody's having a great time. We wanted to stay that way. Look, everybody's got their dogs, Pat. I mean, this is just, it's so fun. I mean, what a time to be in L.A.
No question about that.
To be here, world champions. Yeah, I mean, just so fun. You know, that game, my God, what a nail-biter. People were chanting. People, you know, were just looking away at the screen sometimes. It was just, you know, doing these preview games, we were talking to people who didn't have tickets to the games, and they said, it's okay. I'm okay watching it at home or watching it in a sports bar like this. That energy, it's just electric. And on a night like tonight, I mean, I think it's gone nationwide. I mean, it's so cool. What a great night to be here.
And you know what, Lauren, such a matchup when you say nationwide.
Yeah.
Yankees, Dodgers. I mean, West Coast, East Coast. These teams have had rivalries going back decades. So to see them play for the first time in a number of years is you know, that was a treat in itself. But to have us win, that's even better. So I can understand.
It's so special. I know. Yeah.
Absolutely. And we just hope, you know, even.
I mean, you get the goosebumps.
You do. And we're just hoping with the fireworks out there that, you know, that's illegal because it's not something that has been planned.
I hope everybody behaves. And now the police are moving over here. Yeah, let's see here what's going on. Okay, we got some movement here with the crowd. You know, everybody's just really excited, but the police want everyone to, you know, behave. I mean, we got to be safe.
Well, so you know, we haven't.
I hear some music, too, over here.
having a dance party, a street party, nothing wrong with that, as long as, you know, those fireworks could be problematic because something could catch fire. So we certainly don't want that to happen. But we know it's been 4 years. First of all, since we won a World Series. Remember the Rams having a parade in 2020 that ended up ending at the Coliseum there, which was very, very exciting. That was just right, you know, right at the end of COVID, or right in the middle of it. And of course, the Dodgers won in 2020, but they couldn't have a parade
at that time, right?
Yeah, they didn't. You know, they didn't play here at all. I don't believe. I think the games were played
in Texas,
like in Texas. So certainly didn't have the excitement of that. You know, I'm sure everybody maybe you know, celebrated in their own homes or what have you, but we didn't have the opportunity to gather and get together with sports fans who are all like-minded at this point. If you love the LA Dodgers, and you love what's happening.
And let's not take it for granted.
Pat,
this game.
I don't want to interrupt you, Pat.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Oh, no, I just want to tell you guys, look, we got like a mosh pit going on over here. This little boy, they're throwing him up in the air there. Everybody's got their cell phones out. I mean, it's just, everybody is just so excited. I mean, there's no other way to describe it here. Just, we got smiles all around. Look at everybody smiling. We got dancing. Number one, the Dodgers. Yeah, I mean, they got their towels. We got some bling over here. Really great night. Great night to be in LA.
Yeah, let's not take it for granted. This could have gone either way, right? Two great teams. It was a nail-biter today. We lost last night, so fans, we're all very excited that we were able to wrap it up today. Definitely, and you can see the party on the streets happening right now, Pat.
Well, you can imagine everyone was probably holding their breath tonight, because it's certainly in the first 5 innings we were like, oh, wait a minute, what's going on here? And then
we got to move back.
Dodgers felt it. They got that mojo, and they just came back and won the World Series. Nailed it. We're watching this live picture with you, Lauren, and we noticed officers.
Yeah, okay.
They're moving a little closer.
Yeah, the police are asking us to move back here. So we're gonna get back here. So let's see. We've got a lot of people here in the streets. We don't want to get in front of the officers, so we're being mindful of that. Just looks like they're pushing everybody back. They want to get everybody back, and that's what they're doing.
That was my question.
They're moving the guy that's selling stuff over here.
Okay, like get them back where?
Yeah.
You know?
It looks like we're going, yes, good question, Pat. We're going just down Figueroa here. Just moving just back here, back towards Tom's Watch Bar.
Okay.
Now I've lost my photographer here. I can't see him now. I don't know where. Oh, there he is. Okay, let me get Greg over here. The police they're still moving everybody back. And
are they saying anything to you, Lauren?
Everyone seems to be.
The crew?
They're telling us to get back, and so we're listening to them. Yeah, they're just telling us to get back, and so we're walking
doing
backwards.
Anything, man. So clearly he doesn't want to go, and
well, I asked the question.
Yeah.
Well, and there's even the people selling the food too.
60 minutes over here.
I know. I wish I could be more descriptive. It just looks like they're moving everyone back by Tom's Bar. That's kind of where we're huddled right now. They're moving the people that are selling the food as well too. That's all I can see from my vantage point right now, because I'm in the middle of all this of everybody here.
Oh yeah. I mean, we're just really kind of talking out loud here because we're wondering if you know, the street looks pretty clear. All right, so, okay, even Mike said the street was closed, so I guess I'm just wondering why they couldn't be out, sort of like a block party, you know, as long as things didn't get out of hand.
So, Pat, to give you some more details here, so I'm in the middle here with a bunch of people. We are right in front of Tom's, and the officers have told us to stay right here. So we're listening to them. That's what's going on right now. Maybe Desmond can see from above a better view, because I'm kind of in a hole here.
Well, you know what? Des isn't there yet, Lauren, but Mike has been manning this from the desk, and he's got some more information.
Yeah, so they did close all these streets. These are the streets that we knew that were closed. To your point, Pat, if the streets are closed, why not kind of let them hang out a little bit? I think the threshold is that illegal activity, the fireworks. As soon as that starts happening, LAPD really doesn't want that to go down. They were clearly ready for this. They've got those officers there. As to your point of where are they pushing them to, it kind of looks like they're trying to get everybody a little bit back on the sidewalk, or at least out of the street a little bit here. Because once they, you've got that kind of line of officers there, and it doesn't look like they've really pushed.
You're right, yes. Now, yeah, we're all on the sidewalk here from the little corner I'm at, yes. No, we have to stay. Yeah, and customers are asking, okay, now the police are leaving, so now we can probably come out of here. And let's see what's going on. Okay, so we got a lot of people still on the street here. They're all crowded together. And the police are just, again, pushing them out.
Oh, they certainly are. Okay, let me ask you this question, if you can answer that, Lauren. I mean, is this bar, do they? Oh. Okay, now maybe that's what we're talking about.
Another fireworks.
Yeah, they don't want the fireworks.
Yeah, that is the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just too dangerous down here. And, don't forget, you guys, we have a Kings game going on as well. There's a lot of people downtown. In addition to this, so...
oh, look at them. They're running now. Officers are running.
Yeah.
It's incredible how quickly they mobilized,
and it looks
Mike.
like...
Oh, yeah, they were ready. They were... Yeah, they had people kind of ready and in place to do this. And I think, this is not the only place where this is happening.
So you think other parts of the city, we have the same kind of situation, maybe, where people are gathering and you've got fireworks going off, which is, not a good thing. They're not legal, whether you think they're safe or not. And here we go. This looks like...
what's happening there?
Yeah, this is Desmond's shot. This is SkyCal in East LA, and that was a big box of fireworks that they just pulled out of the street. And the Sheriff's Department had tried to shut as many of these streets down as they could, but that didn't happen. And I think Des is with us as well. Des, I looked a couple seconds ago, I was looking at your feed, and it looked like there's some pretty large fireworks going off there.
Yeah, that was almost like, oh, check this out. Yeah, here we go. Almost like mourners and all kinds of stuff. So we're on Whittier Boulevard right now. This is going to be at Eastmont Street specifically. So the authorities, sheriff's deputies and CHP, they kind of tried to shut Whittier down in half at Atlantic Boulevard, but it's not really being very effective because there's tons of people on both sides of the closure here on Whittier. We'll watch these fireworks for a second, but when I widen out later, I mean, there is easily a 2-mile line of cars just on Whittier Boulevard, and then to the south, I believe Washington Boulevard is also super, super packed in with a ton of people. So people beginning to gather en masse. These celebrations are only now beginning. It's definitely getting crazier by the minutes. Now we are starting to see some of the burnouts. There's been a couple of red trucks out here. I haven't seen any donuts or anything super dangerous yet, but well, Pat, Juan, Mike, the night is definitely still young.
That's true. And the fireworks were enough to just get everyone's attention, especially law enforcement. So, again, we always say let the celebrations begin, but we certainly hope that they remain peaceful and that no one gets hurt or injured by anything that shouldn't be happening.
Like should be a
fireworks and even donuts, because that shouldn't be happening either.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's incredible just how many streets they did close, and still people are just making their way around to the streets that aren't being blocked by police.
Far more fans than the law enforcement has ability to really kind of control here. You'll look at the difference. We'll see how the difference is in this, how these are handled, because East LA is handled by the LA County Sheriff. Downtown is handled by LAPD. You saw LAPD kind of really immediately move in and start to move those people around and make them not get comfortable where they were. The sheriffs here are doing more of a street closure, but will leave things alone kind of situation. Like, they're here, but they're not stepping in and stopping any of these things like LAPD did in downtown. And this is a really weird kind of traffic situation they've gotten themselves into as well, because the sheriffs are holding that lane closure there. You have that big rig that Des was just looking at too, that's kind of having trouble navigating, getting around there. So aside from all the people that are here, there's a million cars that are all kind of stuck in this traffic that have really been created by the roadblocks the sheriff set up.
Well, speaking of street closures and all that, I'm looking at people jumping out of cars and walking in the middle of the intersection. Look at that one. Yeah. We certainly don't want to see this. I'm just going to throw it out there, Mike. Friday morning because that's when the parade will take place.
It will take place. The Dodgers have officially announced that. It's going to be Friday morning. The parade is going to be in downtown LA, and then there's a special celebration. Here's the announcement from the Dodgers that just came down a few minutes ago. A special ticketed celebration at Dodger Stadium. So they're obviously going to give out some more details. I think this next slide right here, yeah, there's the parade route. So you can see it starts at City Hall. It's going to come south on Spring Street, west on First Street, south on Grand, and then it's going to go back west on 5th and end at Flower. And then from there, at some point after this, there will be some sort of ticketed celebration at Dodger Stadium. Yeah.
Any details on that yet, Mike, on how to get these tickets?
No, not yet. They're going to put more out about that. They did note, though, in that post that fans really won't be able to do both. You can go to the parade or you can go to the ticketed situation. I would assume it's probably because the ticketed thing is going to get there early and things like that. But, yeah, no details yet on what the ticketed celebration is going to be.
I wonder if that's going to affect season ticket holders, if they automatically have tickets to something like that.
Yeah, that's a good question. We'll have to ask, yeah.
Okay. Have to find out. Okay. Well, Des, if you could come back in with us, we're looking at your shot. Boy, there's a lot of traffic all over LA right now. And this is
really
cool. Yeah, go ahead.
It's crazy, Pat. That Whittier Boulevard right now is basically backed up from the 710 to the west to the 605 to the east is what we just heard from the sheriff's helicopter overhead. It's just like every Dodger fan is wanting to come out here and cruise on Whittier Boulevard. And then over here is Olympic. Oh, a huge burst of fireworks right down here on Olympic Boulevard. Wow, look at this one going off. This is crazy. This must be one of those big boxes of fireworks that we saw someone drag into the street. It's just so insane to see this kind of stuff, especially when we already saw so much during the 4th of July, and now it's like we're having a miniature 4th of July out here in East LA, right next to all these cars as well. So it almost looks like a professional display, but this is just something that someone drug out into the middle of Olympic. Olympic in Vancouver is where this is at right now. So an impromptu illegal fireworks display out here for probably just making an incredible amount of noise as well. This is crazy. I didn't even know that they made fireworks that could go off like this. They were this easy to obtain. If they could go off for so long and be so intense. Yeah, I mean, where do you even get fireworks like this? I mean, this is really, really insane. Still going.
Look at that.
I mean, more than a minute here. And it's just, you've got someone who drug this out into the middle of the street. Who knows if maybe they were imbibing a little earlier during the game as well. So, sure, it's definitely a spectacle. I mean, of course, it's a spectacle to look at, but definitely going to be getting the ire of the authorities just about a block or so away. But they are gathering in mass, and it is getting crazier by the minute here, guys.
Yeah, and we see more people spilling onto the streets there, which is also problematic for law enforcement, especially if people get a little, too carried away, especially with those fireworks going off. People obviously imbibing. Sometimes that's just not a good mix. The fireworks shouldn't have happened in the first place. Yeah, right. Because as we said, that's illegal, and that could be dangerous.
Indeed. And look at this traffic pattern. It looks like, look at this shot here from Desmond. It looks like holiday traffic on the 405, Mike.
Yeah, and I want to let you know, I just got a text from a source. The sheriff's response team is now headed out to East LA. So sheriff's response team is the one that's going to have the tear gas. They're the ones that are going to have the bigger cars. Yep. They're the ones that are going to have that yellow there's a very technical term for it. I can't remember. Crowd management kind of tool that will prevent people from going into certain places. So the patrol deputies, the other specialized deputies that are there, they're holding the streets. I'm told the sheriff's response team is now being called into East LA.
Is it that large slinky that they bring out?
That long yellow slinky that they can stretch out, and the idea is that people's feet get stuck in it and they don't go any further. It's not razor wire, doesn't hurt anybody, but just crowd control tools.
And they're going to need a lot of crowd controlling tonight, Pat.
Yeah. They certainly are. And it's interesting how they shut off some streets already. I mean, completely closed them off, but the ones that aren't, traffic is going to be backed up like it already is.
All the streets.
For miles there. Yeah, if you don't have to go out and you're in this area, we're talking about on Whittier Boulevard, what have you, in East Los Angeles, you might want to wait a while or just avoid it altogether.
And if you don't have the luxury of being stuck in traffic like these people, because these people are going nowhere, and it just keeps going, Des.
it's almost back to the 5 freeway. So we're talking about eastbound traffic is almost gridlock from the 5, and westbound we're hearing from almost the 605. So, that's like a 10-mile stretch of, I guess the whole idea of coming out here is to get stuck in this traffic and be part of the celebration. It's just like, a giant kind of a cruising party, but, a lot of stuff in between as well. With here we go. Here's some burnouts going on down here. We saw some of the mini bikes as well. Maybe some smoke bombs. Just insane fireworks as well. So, boy, it is definitely a rowdy night in East LA, and no matter how much preparation the authorities had for this kind of stuff, I mean, what can you do when you have this many people willing to come out here and we have as many streets as we have in Southern California? There's no way there's really no way to prevent all of it from happening if people want to get this crazy.
And more and more people heading out onto the streets. There's as many people as there are cars.
That's worrisome, obviously, because some people could get too excited, and others will run out of patience, and you just hope that no one gets hurt. I just saw a car just sort of drive through people, so hopefully the situation
more fireworks
stays where no one gets hurt this evening, or even run over by a car, or just sideswiped by a car, as people get a little upset about not being able to get through.
And if there's children out there, that's also a big worry too. Perhaps somebody behind the wheel can't see them as they're trying to make their way through this crowd of people. So very dangerous out there, whether you're on a bike, a scooter, or inside a car. Look at this guy.
I don't know. Those are two.
He's on
a bicycle and a hoverboard.
Well, they've got their flags, which we're glad about that celebration. But at the same time, and there's more fireworks. And again, we've seen things happen before where things can ignite that you don't want to, and that could cause different problems. Well, you know what, Des, we're going to try to get in some other celebrations that are going on here. In fact, we know that cheers have erupted all night at different venues. In fact, we're looking at one right now, the Shortstop Bar in Echo Park. The biggest burst, of course, during that last play, with people jumping up and down, shouting, unable to hold back their excitement.
Hey, shout out to the Dodgers. Dodgers in 5. Let's go! Woo! Let's go!
Well, fans were easily cheering continuously for over 3 minutes after the last play. Cheering is good.
That's right. Cheering is great, and dozens of people also rooting for the Dodgers at the Richie Valens Recreation Center in Pacoima tonight. The LA Department of Recreation sponsored this watch party.
I wanted to bring the kids out, not be in the house by ourselves, be with the community, and hopefully celebrate together.
And keeping it safe, too. There were outdoor watch parties sponsored by the Parks and Recreation Department tonight in El Sereno, as well as in South LA.
Now, see, that looks like fun.
Nice.
And in Chinatown, Dodgers fans got a chance to eat great food as they watched the Dodgers win. LA Sorted Pizza was packed tonight with True Blue fans.
Oh my God, I'm so happy. After 2020 and how that went with the pandemic and stuff, my God, we deserve this so hard. We deserve this so hard.
Okay, he is. I said L.A. Sorted. It's La Sorted, but it's in L.A. And tonight it's all about L.A. La Sorted is considered the only Dodger-themed pizza parlor in the city. The restaurant was named in honor of the late Dodgers legend, Tommy Lasorda.
There you go.
Okay, now it makes sense.
There you go, Pat. All right, well, you can get in on all the excitement with some merchandise to honor our home champs.
And KCAL News reporter Tom Wade is live in Pasadena with a look at some of that World Series swag that you're bringing back for us, right, Tom?
That's right, and people are wasting no time, Pat and Juan. Take a look here inside of Dick's in Pasadena. This is the crowd. They are rushing here to get their Dodgers merch. All right, sir, I got to grab you. Tell me what you get. What's on tap here?
Ooh, I'm trying to get as much as I can.
All right, what's the budget? What's the budget?
Unlimited. Unlimited.
Goodness, all right. Well, all right, that looks, are you looking for some classic blue, Dodgers blue?
Dodger blue. I'm looking for a black and gold, championship gold, of
of course.
All right.
I'm looking for it all. I'm not sure what yet.
What's going through your mind after this victory? I know it's only been a few minutes.
I feel I'm excited. I'm happy. I don't know how to describe it yet. I'm not sure yet.
All the things.
Everything.
All right. Well, I'll let you get back to it. I know there's a lot of important merch to get to. All right. Come on through here, sir. But you got to pay the toll, which is to talk to me.
Hey, I just want to let everybody know they're not like us.
All right. Well, hold on. What are you getting here, though? What's going on? What are your
Hats,
choices?
Shirts.
Hats, shirts.
Anything.
What's the budget?
Can't say it on TV because my wife's watching right now.
What's just one of these costs? Let's look right here. Oh, that's not too bad. $37. I mean, for a T-shirt.
One for each one of the family. I'm sorry, babe. It's unlimited today.
That's unlimited.
Anything but Dodgers.
All right,
they're not like us.
Okay, I'm not sure what that. I'm sure what that
I don't know
means.
what that means either.
All right, ma'am, I'm going to grab you. Come on over here for me. No, I won't chase you too much. We'll come over here. What are you guys up to tonight? What's on tap?
Oh my God. Okay, we were here.
Crazy unexpected thing happened today. So we were just listening on the radio on her phone, just like the score and everything.
The LA Dodgers Stadium.
We were at PetSmart or Petco or whatever it is right here. So we were just on right there with the cash register and we were checking out. And then she's like, wait, be quiet.
I told the lady at the register, I was like, wait, hold on, like I have to listen. Yeah.
From there, we ended up winning, and we got so happy we ran outside.
Maybe you guys are the good luck charms. Who knows?
And then out of the blue, we see everybody lining up right here at Dick's, and we're just like, oh, let's just go join them and say like, yeah, Dodgers.
We work for our family company, and we ended up finding our bosses, some managers. Yeah, we totally snuck in with them.
All right, you guys are lovely. We'll have a lovely time and get some great stuff. Looks like there's tons of options. Thanks. I'm falling into the merch over here. Thank you guys so much. Have a lovely evening. All right, so Dodgers Merch HQ here at Dick's. I'll keep you posted. Let's go back to you.
All right, thanks so much, Tom. Hey, we got an explanation from our Jamie Maggio. They Not Like Us, Compton native Kendrick Lamar, and that song was played. It was the pregame song throughout the entire series.
Okay.
So maybe Kendrick might show up at the parade. I'm just saying.
Would be
you never
nice.
know, right?
Would be nice, right, Pat?
Okay, Lauren, looks still festive where you are, but not as, complicated, if you will? Not as private.
Yes. Correct. Yeah, so I got a better idea of what's going on here now. So the police are not in tactical gear. They're just kind of watching and pushing everybody out. You can see the officers over here. They're letting people go by. Everything is fine. They are moving a little bit closer, and that's part of the whole plan here, because if you look over this way, we've got a big group of people. Thank you. We've got a big group of people. Sorry for the bad language. We got a group of people over here celebrating, and so that is the idea with the police.
See, as soon as I said it was peaceful out there, they're
people
celebrating.
get excited. Yeah.
Yeah, as long as it's, not dangerous.
Meantime, let's go ahead and pop the champagne. The Dodgers
we
fans.
have champagne in the studio? Nobody told me this.
Well,
I have a Kit Kat.
Chill.
Susie Salasaki on celebratory
She
candy.
gave us some candy.
She's a real lifesaver out here.
Yeah, I don't see any champagne over here yet, though, Jamie.
Yeah, well, we got to work on that.
Okay.
Right? We got to work on that. You guys, how
We'll have a glass
exciting.
for you.
Isn't it great?
How exciting. The Dodgers have won their 8th World Series title in franchise history after beating the Yankees tonight in Game 5. No team has ever been taken to Game 6 after leading the World Series 3-0. Dodgers pitchers have kept Aaron Judge quiet all series, but he arrives in style against LA. A massive 2-run shot to right for his first World Series homer. The Yanks score 5 runs in the first 3 innings. The costly errors by the Yankees in the 5th. Dodgers deficit now 5-3. Teoscar Hernandez sends this out to the center field wall. 2 runs are going to score for LA. We have a new ball game in the Bronx, tied at 5. Look at that, how quickly things can turn. Tied at 6 in the 8th. Bases loaded, 1 out for the Dodgers. Mookie Betts lifts this one out to center. Knocks in the runner from third. What a comeback from the boys in blue. They take their first lead. It is 7-6, but New York shows life. They threaten in the bottom of the frame. 2 on, 2 outs. Blake Treinen facing Anthony Rizzo. Swing and a miss. Dodgers trophy sight inch closer. Now Walker Buehler, there's Magic Johnson. Walker Buehler in to steal this one, and on their final out, Alex Verdugo strikes out. The former Dodger. The Dodgers win 7-6, their 8th franchise title, 2nd in 5 years.
I mean, we're obviously resilient, but there's so much love in this clubhouse that won this game today. That's what it was. It was love. It was grit. I mean, it was just a beautiful thing, and I'm just proud of us, and I'm just happy for us.
Man, what a moment for our team to down 5-0. What a moment for us to come back. There's been a lot of people that want to discredit 2020, and I don't want to harp on this a lot, but it's so great to see the guys that are still here from them.
And those 5 runs that the Dodgers put on the board, they were unearned. So as much as the Dodgers won this series, but the Yankees gave this game away, that's for sure. We've got Jim Hill and Darren Haynes on site. We're going to have more field reaction, more locker room reaction, clubhouse reaction. So we'll get it to you as soon as we can.
Lots of champagne popping over there, too.
You know what? I'm going to go to the store real quick, and I'll be back.
All right.
Oh, wait a minute. It's 9:35. You're going to be back here before we get off the air? 11 o'clock?
I'll do my best.
Okay,
I'll do my best.
Right. You go do your thing,
You know
Jamie.
what, though? So happy for Mookie, though, right, guys?
So happy
He's just to me, just an amazing.
Fantastic.
Right, he did so great.
The whole team. All right, let's go back to East LA, where the streets are continuing to fill up with fans.
Yeah, Desmond Shaw is live overhead. I don't know, boy. It's getting more crowded in the middle of the street, Des, which is not really a good thing.
Yeah, this is just within the last few minutes that we're starting to see a lot of people actually pour into the streets themselves. And not just people, but we've got dinosaurs in the street as well. Check this out. Maybe a Dodger dinosaur. I mean, it is Halloween Eve as well, out here. So we've also got someone out here in a skeleton outfit, but I don't want to give him any attention because he's holding a sign with some language that we cannot broadcast. But, yeah, getting into the street here. We also saw these people were lining up. There were a couple of trucks that came by. This is another celebratory thing we sometimes see in this area where trucks will come by and the people will all kind of pile on the truck and shake it up and down. Probably not very good for your suspension, but that is something that some fans just like to do, almost like simulating a really powerful earthquake inside of their truck. So that's over on Olympic near Atlantic. Over here on Whittier Boulevard, where you can see I believe it's a sheriff's deputy's helicopter right there. They were just shining a spotlight in several areas here, maybe just, letting everybody know that they are up there. There's more fireworks going off, and the fans pouring into the streets. So we've got fireworks, people in the streets, shaking trucks, dinosaurs, skeletons. It's Halloween Eve. The Dodgers won. It is Bedlam in East LA right now. Pat and Juan, back to you.
I'm laughing because that was a perfect analysis that you gave there. It's Halloween Eve and
perfect wrap up,
and the Dodgers celebration all wrapped up in one. Okay.
Wow. Hundreds of people out there right now.
Yeah.
Look at that. Is that a cow?
Is that
cow?
No, that's the.
Is
that the skeleton? Oh no, that's the cow. Or is that the dinosaur? Oh, for goodness sake.
That's one of those Disney characters. I can't remember his name.
Yeah, one of the Disney ones. Yeah.
Okay. What is it? Sully.
Sully.
It's from a Disney movie. I'm not sure which movie.
All right, we're going to break away from this.
Oh, maybe from Monsters, Inc., I think.
Monsters, Inc., that's right. Sully from Monsters, Inc.
Yeah, that's the one.
All right, there you go.
There
All
he
right.
is, so.
Great costume.
Halloween Eve. All right, we have breaking news now. We have an update on the situation happening in downtown LA.
Now let's go to Simon Editor Mike Rogers at the desk. Hey, Mike.
Hey, you're looking at live pictures on the right side of your screen. That's from Lauren's camera. We're not going to take the audio full there because of what's been going on. I do want to let you know an unlawful assembly order has just been given by the Los Angeles Police Department. In addition to that, the LAPD is now on a citywide tactical alert because of what is going on. Issues in the valley, now these issues downtown. LAPD, as I've been telling you, making a little bit more of an aggressive push here to get these guys out, and now they have declared it an unlawful assembly. I'm listening to it on the radio here, in part because of the fireworks, but also we just heard that fireworks were shot at police officers, which is now making this turn into something that we absolutely did not want to have happen here. So the LAPD declaring this unlawful assembly, which means they are giving commands down there. They'll bring in a mobile truck. They'll bring in loudspeakers. They will give that verbal order to all of the people that are down there, order them to leave that area. If they do not leave that area, they will be subject to arrest for not dispersing when that dispersal order was given. You can see right now, not a ton of pushback. The crowd is moving. But again, the LAPD now in a citywide tactical alert. Because of this, I want to show you some of the video from moments ago when the fireworks were thrown here at downtown. Again, our Lauren Posen is there on the the ground, but because of kind of the volatile situation, we're not going to show you. But there you see that firework getting tossed, going off right in front of the cop car and into the officers. And you saw where it landed right underneath the hood of that cop car. Very easily could have caught the car on fire. We could have had a lot more issues. So you can see why things have escalated here in downtown LA. Now we are going into a citywide tactical alert. LAPD declaring this an unlawful assembly. These are back now live pictures here from downtown where this is going on. I want to see really quickly, I don't know if we have it, if we can go to the traffic maps, because I want to show you also the mess that is going on the streets down in downtown LA as well. You can see all of that red and yellow for blocks and blocks and blocks, even on the freeway, the 110 South there as well. Over in East LA, just want to show you that really quickly because we talked about that. That's all the way up almost to the 10 freeway. These are Desmond's live pictures over from East Los Angeles as well. So the situation in East LA, there's a lot of people there. They are still doing the fireworks. They're still doing all of that, but the sheriffs have not chosen to move in yet in downtown LA. LAPD is putting up with it a lot less than the sheriffs, and they're moving in, declaring the unlawful assembly, and getting those people out in downtown Los Angeles.
Okay, so that means, if they want to go back in restaurants or bars inside, they can do that or not?
Yeah, I mean, it depends on, they're not going to let them cross, and I don't know if we can go back to those live pictures from downtown, but they're not going to let them cross that police line. So as they're being pushed, if they can sneak into a restaurant, they'll probably be okay. But now you can see they've got all the cars there. We'll start to see if they go into, if Metropolitan Division comes out with a little bit more heft in them, or if they'll be, but see, there you go. As we're looking at the live pictures, there's those fireworks going off.
Yeah, that's the huge problem. That's probably really what caught their attention in the first place.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, you know,
first initial fireworks that went off.
Right, they had the streets closed down, right? They probably would have allowed the fans to gather in the streets, but when you start lighting off fireworks, certainly when you're shooting them at the cops, that's just not going to go well.
All right, that's unfortunate. Well, we certainly hope that they will heed this unlawful assembly order because, you know, we know what happens. We've seen this before. We don't want them to start arresting people.
Right.
And I'm not putting that out there, but we just know what happens after an unlawful assembly. If it gets too out of hand and no one's obeying the order, then...
You don't want fun to turn into not fun, really, and arrests and all of that. And you saw those. There's another firework going off. And you saw those officers already had less than lethal rubber foam rounds ready to go. So hopefully it doesn't. We don't want fun to turn into violence, but there you are.
More.
Yep.
It's like they're not stopping for anything.
All right. Well, Lauren, we're going to bring you back into the conversation. I don't know if you can see what's happening from where you are. We've seen a number of fireworks go off, and actually we saw a firework being thrown at officers that landed right underneath a police vehicle, which is, you know, that's very dangerous. That car could have caught on fire. Anything.
Yeah. And Pat, we were just feet away from that. And again, that's what we're seeing tonight here is whoever is throwing these fireworks are aiming them right at the officers. And it is incredibly dangerous because the amount of people down here and also for the officers, for everyone's safety. As everyone's moving here on Olympic, there's a lot of cars too, like revving their engines. But I did see there was a group kind of huddling over a car. But as I get a little bit closer, it looks like officers have moved that car away. As Mike was saying, you know, people are moving, but it's these fireworks, I think, that's causing the big problem here. Oh, now I want to show you over here. Greg, turn the camera. The officers on the horses are here now. They're coming out as well. So this is something new. I did see them out earlier tonight, but here they are all in formation. Here they're making their way down Olympic. And I hope that no one does anything with the horses with these fireworks, but I know they're trained for that. And again, here we go. So basically, we're here at Francisca Street. I can't see the street all the way, but that's where they're all heading towards right now. And that's where the officers are lined up, but the officers and the horses coming as well. So not a lot of people in the street where I'm at right now. Again, they're pushing everyone out.
Yeah, you're right by Crypto.com arena there, Lauren, right?
Oh, that's it. Yes, exactly. Yes.
Well, you know, Crypto.com Arena, formerly known as Staples Center, has been the scene, unfortunately, of a lot of celebrations getting out of hand when we've had our sports teams, you know, win championships.
And hopefully the celebration won't be outshadowed by illegal activity or people getting arrested or just things going haywire, because
that's what we want.
Yeah, we don't want that. Yeah, we want celebrations, right?
So, Lauren, you're still on the air?
Oh, yeah. Oh, so okay, thank you, Pat. Yes. So right now it's just very calm where I'm at. It's kind of at a standstill right now. We got the officers on the horses. Now I do hear some screaming down by the theaters, and again, that's all part of this whole plan to just kind of push everybody out, you know, off of the streets. Because as Mike said, this was an unlawful assembly. I'm looking over here by the Courtyard Marriott. There's a bunch of people on the sidewalk there, just kind of looking at all this. I'm just going to walk a little bit closer here to the back of the police cars, so I can get a better view for you here. And I hear a lot of people chanting and screaming, excitement. And it looks like they're letting cars go through here, but that's from the hotel. And the officers again are saying unlawful assembly here. That's what I'm hearing them say right now. Oh. And now there's a big crowd of people here. Okay, all right.
All righty, Lauren, we're going to keep watching your shot there and go back to East L.A. where the streets continue to fill up with fans and the fireworks keep going off.
Yeah, Desmond, you're overhead. Things it seems like they have grown even a little more wild where you are. We still see a large crowd of people in the middle of the street. Well, blocking the street right now. How can you get through?
Yeah.
And there's more fireworks.
It is just everywhere here in East LA. Well, is this one of these big fireworks boxes right here that might be getting ready to go off? This is really insane, all the fireworks that we're seeing. It's just getting more and more crowded by the minute here, all over Whittier Boulevard and Olympic. And it's not just this one section. It's really from west of Atlantic to at least a mile or so to the east. It's basically a kind of de facto parade that people in this area have decided to just kind of go out and throw rather impromptu. There's lots of corners where there's so much activity going on. It's hard to kind of grasp all of it because there's just so much of it going off, and thousands of fireworks. You know, in addition to all of this, we have seen, you know, Pat, you were talking about some kind of disgruntled drivers. I don't know if they were disgruntled or if they're just kind of trying to, like, a little exhibition of speed, like this guy right here, who just kind of busted past everyone here, and he looks to be pretty agitated, driving on the wrong side of the road to get around. Yeah. And, you know, you've got people walking all over the place out here. I mean, it's really just a recipe for you know, misunderstandings or someone who's just out here trying to celebrate, doesn't see, you know, a car out here driving, and you know, something bad is going to happen. So it's kind of turning into a, you know, pretty volatile situation out here, like I just showed you with that one car. And there's a lot of different cars trying to just kind of force their way through intersections. So clearly not everyone who is in this is wanting to be a part of this. Some people maybe were caught off guard, and you know, all of a sudden it just started to get more and more crowded and more crazy by the minute. And now they're kind of stuck in it, and we're starting to see some people lose patience with that. But the fireworks don't look like they're anywhere near ending. If anything, it just continues to get more and more crowded and even crazier out here, Pat, Juan, and Mike.
Yeah, and unfortunately, well, we know the sheriff's department has not shown up yet, and that's their territory, their jurisdiction in East Los Angeles. We know that LAPD is in downtown Los Angeles. In fact, we are going to take a live look at Dodger Stadium, where an unlawful assembly was just declared there, too.
Yeah, these are live pictures there from Vince Scully Avenue and Sunset, where this is happening, and you can see the crowd there. The LAPD is also giving a dispersal order due to an unlawful assembly as well. Now, I was just looking at the pictures here a second ago. You see the smoke there. You see fireworks going off. So very similar situation to what we're dealing with in downtown LA. So now we are talking about 3 different places. This is why we're on a tactical alert for the LAPD, because now you're dealing with the Valley is dealing with something as well. Vince Scully here at Avenue down at Dodger Stadium, downtown Los Angeles, and then just different jurisdiction. But the sheriffs, of course, are dealing with East LA as well. And you can see this is not an area where they stop traffic. The benefit of what they've got going on downtown is they shut all those streets down. Right. So they can deal with the crowd without the traffic. Here, they didn't do that, which who knows why, because it's right in front of Dodger Stadium. But you've got the crowd and the cars and the fireworks and everything else. And there are law enforcement here. I don't know. Joe is our photographer down there. I don't know if he can pan out a little bit and show us some of the law enforcement. I did see them briefly kind of pop into the shot here. Well, you see them back on the backside of the gate there, but I did see them kind of walking around here. But they are not taking necessarily the same kind of steps as they are in downtown just yet, and I don't know if that's because maybe they were a little bit less ready for this, whereas in downtown they shut the streets down, they had a whole contingent of officers there and all of that. But here we are right outside of Dodger Stadium, where now an unlawful assembly order has been given here as
and
well.
This is nothing that was organized. These are just fans showing up at Dodger Stadium, right, Mike?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. And you know, this would be a much different situation if they were playing here, right? You wouldn't be able to even get out of the stadium there. But yeah, there's Dodger Stadium. There's Fernando Valenzuela, all of the memorabilia for him as well. But yeah, Dodger Stadium now on the list of unlawful assemblies.
Yeah, and there wasn't anything showing on a screen. That was my next question.
Right.
The game wasn't being shown there either.
No, there was no event at Dodger Stadium tonight.
Now, the good news is where Dodger Stadium is located, that street there, Vince Scully, there's not a lot of traffic at this time of night, so that would help, right?
Yeah, it's less of an impact to traffic for sure. Even, you know, you see that guy kind of doing donuts, and the crowd is gathered out halfway through. So I would assume at some point, you can tell this light is red. You got a car sitting in the intersection there on the right. So, you know, likely having trouble getting through. You see the headlights as he tries to kind of creep across the intersection. You would assume he has the green light if the light that we're looking at is red, which is obviously, you know, where you get back into safety issues. Hopefully we won't see, you know, the guy in the mini bike there. Hopefully you won't see donuts and stuff like what's happening over in East LA. So far we've seen fireworks. This crowd seems to be a little bit more tame than what we saw in downtown.
Okay, Mike. Well, we know it is almost 1 o'clock in the morning back there in New York. So we're going to bring in our Jim Hill. He's at Yankee Stadium. Well, Jim, they pulled it off. Our Jim Hill, he's at Yankee Stadium. Well, Jim, they pulled it off.
Don't worry about it. We're getting ready to go live.
In the locker room.
Jim, do you have your shower cap on?
There he is.
Dodger locker room, as you can imagine, after the Dodgers just completed a marvelous trip in winning the World Series championship. And as you can imagine, the champagne is flowing. And I'm getting ready to see if we can talk to Freddie Freeman to see his thoughts on this magical year for the Los Angeles Dodgers.
All you set out to do is win championships. And to do it, this group of guys, and we're together forever now. Every 10 years, we're going to be coming back. So this is awesome. I can't even talk. It's awesome.
You talk about awesome. This is wild, really, Freddie.
Huh?
This is wild.
Yeah, this is wild. This is what we do, set out to do every year, and for it to be accomplished, man, I'm at a loss for words.
But you guys have gone through so much this year, ups and downs and injuries and controversy, and you came out on top. What's been the secret?
I think the closeness of this group. Day one, we knew we had a good group of guys. And then the guys that we got at the trade deadline, Kobe, Tommy, Kevin Kiermaier, just on and on and on. The group of guys that we had in this clubhouse, we became very, very close, and it showed us how we field.
And all this pent-up yelling and screaming has just been itching and waiting to come out, and it's going to be a long time before you guys calm down.
Yeah, I don't want it to calm down, Jim. I don't want it to calm down at all. We're going to celebrate this for a long time because this is hard to do in this game is win championships, and with this group of guys, we get to have a parade finally for LA. I cannot wait. I cannot wait.
The city of Los Angeles is ready to explode.
I know. So are we.
Well, Jim Hill is certainly used to these kinds of celebrations, but I noticed he didn't have a little raincoat on or something.
No.
I've seen him in locker rooms before where he's covered himself. He's had goggles, but I don't see that, and he's still right in the middle of all the action. Jim, can you hear us at all?
Pat, let me tell you something. It is crazy. I've seen a lot of celebrations in the locker room, but this one ranks way up at the top. I mean, the guys are absolutely bent on celebrating and saying congratulations to each other, and I'm just right in the middle of it, and I've been to a lot of them. But I'm going to tell you something, Pat.
Yep.
This one ranks way up at the top. I mean, way up at the top.
I know it does, Tim, but you don't have your goggles on.
Well, when you talk about the Dodgers, Pat, you talk about one of the great franchises
franchises in all of sports, not only just baseball, but football, basketball, soccer, tennis, anything. The Dodgers are a well-known commodity in this particular area, and when the Dodgers speak, everybody listens, and that's one of the reasons why the Dodgers draw as many people as they do throughout the course of the year. At the end of the year, they may have 3 or 4 million people that come through the turnstiles. Why? Because they know they see this, and they know this is going to happen at the end of the year. A championship, a world championship, the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Hey, Vince Scully would be so proud of you right now, Jim.
I love watching Jim scan the room to see who else is there, right?
Stay with me, because we can really have some more fun.
Okay.
Come on.
Come on, Jim, take us through.
Come on.
Well, it's been 4 years. We can't stress enough. I'm sure all of this couldn't happen in 2020 when they won.
Come on, stay with it.
We're still with you, Jim. We're following you, buddy.
Okay, well, stay with me, because look at this. Here's the trophy, Pat. Here's the championship trophy right here.
Oh, wow.
Of course,
That's gorgeous.
added a couple of gallons of champagne, beer, and everything else that comes with it. How you doing, man? Good, man. How you doing? Good to see you. This is absolutely incredible what we're going through right now.
Hey, Jim,
let's see if we can get some more.
Your photographer is keeping up with you, too.
Oh, well, you better keep up. You get stepped on.
This is something else, Pat, watching this unfold there in the locker room.
Can I borrow you for 45 seconds? Let me get this lit. Okay. I'll wait for you.
Wants to light up?
Don't worry about you, yeah. Thank you. You know what? They're trying. Everybody's getting everything in order now. They're getting their cigars in order. They're getting the champagne in order. Well, maybe not the champagne. But it's time to take some pictures and everything else. How about these pictures?
Tim, that's the best live shot ever.
Party, isn't it? Let's go. Yeah, let's go. You heard him say, let's go. And now it's not only time to party, time to dance, have a good time. Exactly what we have here. Pat, you can laugh if you want to, but that's exactly what I'm talking about.
You know what, Jim?
You know what? Yes, go ahead, dear.
No, I was going to say, man, that's the best organized chaos that we're probably going to see all night. And this is one of the best live shots ever.
Talk to me just a little bit about all the ups and downs that your club went through this year to get to where you are right now.
I mean, tonight was basically the epitome of our season, you know? Get dealt a big blow early, come back, get dealt another blow, come back. Tonight was basically our season in a nutshell.
And of course, this is one of the wilder championships that we've seen here. That's maybe it's because you put so much into it, and now you're getting so much back.
Yeah, this is special. A special group, special team. And this is incredible. I mean, it's really hard to put into words.
This is a very emotional evening for you too, isn't it?
Absolutely. You know, it's just. I absolutely can. Are you kidding me? Wow.
That's what it's all about.
This is why you play the game right here. To get this trophy, to get this piece of metal, as someone described it. Man.
Have fun, partner. Have fun.
I plan on it.
That's the best answer of the evening there, Pat. I plan on having a lot of fun. Well, Pat, I'm going to tell you something. The fun is already starting. The champagne is already flowing. The cigars are being smoked. The smiles are getting bigger.
And Jim, you know
what? You can laugh if you want to.
No, Jim, you are flowing. You are really flowing. It's almost like you're out there rhyming.
But I can't tell you how much fun I'm having.
I know you are.
It's wonderful seeing these guys have a good time and enjoy the fruits of their victory. It is absolutely amazing.
And Jim, we're so glad that you're right there.
What people say?
Yeah.
Yeah, Pat. If there were people that were saying glad to see you here, or if you were here, Pat, you'd be having a lot of fun too.
Oh, I bet I would, Jim. Well, I can't wait to have some fun with you when you get back here, Jim.
Well, Pat, there's going to be a few showers taken before the time I get back there.
Hey, that's all right. We're doing great.
Yeah, it's all right. Oh, let's go find some more action, partner. Here we go. Look at this. It's time to pass out some more beer and champagne. Pat, wish you were here. There is nothing like being in the locker room of a World Series champion. And I've had the privilege of being in the locker room with the Dodgers for a few years. And a few times, I should say. And I'm going to tell you, there's nothing like the celebration that the Dodgers put on when they win a World Series championship. It is incredible, to say the least. Just look at this. Just look at this. All right, champ, tell me how you feel right now.
Unbelievable. I can't believe it. Thank you. Oh, hell.
Isn't it amazing the joy that comes out when you win something like this?
So much hard work, so much time away from families that these guys have put in. Unbelievable. I'm so happy for every single guy in here, every staff, everybody. Awesome. Everybody deserves it.
How long is this party going to last?
You have no idea.
Have fun, partner.
Oh, yeah.
Pat, I don't know if you're still there or not. How you doing, buddy?
All right, Jim, Pat just left the set. It is Chauncey Glover here alongside Susie, and we're going to stay here with you. This is just too good to leave as you're in the locker room there.
Okay, stay with me now.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, come on, let's go. Let's get back into this thing. May I borrow you for a moment, sir? This is incredible.
Incredible. Absolutely incredible. I'm in my element right now. What a way to end my career. It took me the final day of my whole professional career, starting back in 2010, to be a World Series champ. And this is what I played for my whole career. I had guys who taught me the right way coming up, saying, hey, do what you need to do, take care of your family and all that, but you play every year to play for October and play for this moment. And here I am, and you can't go out any better than this. And I'm so thankful and grateful for to end like this.
Do your teammates have a nickname for you?
No, everyone just calls me KK, but no, nothing crazy.
No, nothing crazy, but it's real crazy in this dressing room right now.
It's crazy right now. And, everybody in here deserves this moment. Everybody from this organization, from top to bottom, people grind. People do their scouting reports, their homework to put a good product on the field each and every day, from players, scouts, coaches. Everybody bought in, and that's what I noticed right from the get-go. My first series here after the trade deadline. Complete dedication, unlike anything I've ever been a part of, and that's why we're champs.
Pat Harvey back at the station said to say hello and congratulations.
Thank you.
And oh my goodness, I can just see the parade now.
Oh yeah. We're gonna party tonight, and we're gonna keep it rolling. And after that, I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna ride off into the sunset, a happy man.
Thank you, buddy.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Okay. Oh, Chauncey's on the set? Oh, come on, Chauncey. Let's. Yeah, come on. Yeah, look at this. Look at this.
Come on, man. I'm so proud of you, buddy. I love you, man. I love you. Listen, you're one of the best in the game, man. Let's get right and get ready for next year, and we're doing this again. We're doing it again.
Isn't this amazing? You won the championship. You're celebrating, got the champagne everywhere, but in the back of your mind, you're talking about doing it over.
It's what it's about. I've been doing it. This is wearing this logo, showing up to spring training every year. This is what we do it for. That's all that matters.
Have fun.
Yeah, Pat. It's on now. Chavez Ravine. Okay, CJ, Chauncey. Don't you wish you were here? Oh, let me see if I can get somebody sing. Let me get somebody singing here. Come on, come on. Here we go. Come on. This is incredible. Pat, have you ever heard of anything like this? I don't think you've ever seen of anything like this, but have you ever heard of anything like this? This is incredible.
Let me know when you're ready. Hey, Gavin. Brother, how does this celebration feel in here? You have the beer and the cigar in hand.
Oh, it's unbelievable. You can't make this up. You know, you're as a kid, you know, you dream about this moment, and to do it with a group that this special, this close, guys that just want to win, love each other to death. You know, you can't make it up. This is the best feeling in the world right here.
What happened to your shirt?
You know, Kirsch told me 5 years ago, don't wear the goggles, don't wear a shirt, let it burn, be cold. And, you know, from there on, I've just been like, all right, if Kirsch tells me to do that, I'm going to do it.
How would you describe the way you guys are celebrating, the way you guys got it done this year?
You know, this team's been through a lot of adversity together, and I think it's only helped us in the end here, but we've been through a lot of ups and downs, guys having to step up, and, you know, this team's full of a bunch of guys that just want to win, don't care who gets it done, but, you know, a lot of selfishness in this group and a lot of competitors, and I think it showed this postseason.
You feel that? It's cold, isn't it?
Nope, I don't even feel it anymore. I don't even feel it anymore.
What do you think this party's going to be like when you guys go back to L.A.?
Man, these fans deserve it just as much as we do. You know, they're living and dying by us, and we know it, we feel it, we see them coming out every night, and, you know, they deserve it just as much as we do.
Congratulations to you. Have fun. Amen. Hey, back to you guys.
All right, Darren, thank you so much, and Jim, thank you so much. If you hadn't heard, this is KCAL News at 10, and the Dodgers winning their 8th championship in New York tonight in Game 5 after a wild comeback. This is what a celebration looks like, folks. The champagne is burning.
Yes, literally. Yeah, that much champagne in your eyes. That's why they wear those goggles. So too much doesn't get in your eyes.
Exactly.
But it certainly burns. They have their cigars and their champagne. And Jim and Darren there inside, right there in the middle of the party, talking to the players after this big win. Let's listen in again.
All right, then ask him, how does he feel right now?
¿Cómo tú te sientes? ¿Cómo tú te sientes ahora mismo?
Realmente emocionado, bendecido, realmente, con esta victoria, este logro hoy.
He said he's really excited with the victory. This is great for him in his first year.
And how long is this party going to last?
¿Cuánto va a durar esta fiesta?
Oye, realmente, toda la vida, realmente, oye, una cosa inolvidable, una cosa que historia.
He said every time he remembers, he's going to party. It's his story, and like, he's happy to be here, and it's his first year, as he said, and he's happy to be here.
And he might as well do it again next year.
Él dice que se lo vamos a hacer el año que viene otra vez.
Hey, mentalizado para el año que viene, mentalizado, enfocado con todo, para el año que viene.
He said everybody's focused to do it again next year, because this is the best thing ever.
Thank you. Gracias, señor.
De nada.
And you know it's a good celebration going on whenever he has to keep wiping the champagne and beer off the camera lens.
You know, I think Jim and Darren were both ready for this. They're wearing rain jackets and coats, so that's certainly good news, and I'm glad they're not going to get too wet. But you know what? As one of the players was saying, feel that burn, feel the champagne burn, feel the full experience of all of this, you know. Gosh, this is so exciting to have this win, you know, in New York, no less, right? Of course, we are all thinking, oh, gosh, it would have been great had he come here and wrapped it up. But, you know, we're okay with that. We're okay with that finishing in New York.
And talking about the hard work that they put in and to be able to just see them have this moment. Like, this is what it all comes down to. You play a great game like they did tonight. They came back.
I mean, what a season of so much adversity that they had to overcome between injuries and whatnot. I mean,
but also so much history, so many high points. Going back to Jim.
That's right. You know, I'm not a big partier, but I'm a big celebrator. Big moments happen, it's time to celebrate. And, you know, to be a part of this group, I really can't put words to it. I can't. I'm just incredibly grateful.
What is so special about this group that led you to the championship, that led you to this celebration?
Fight. I mean, there's been a lot of injuries. There was a lot of scares. You know, we didn't know what to expect from Freddie. And for Freddie to go out there and do what he did, make history on the men's half alive, that's a testament to what this team is. And I'm so incredibly grateful to be a part of that.
And the party is just getting started.
That's right, it is. That's right, it is. I'm not going to lie to you. I hope we bring Yankee Stadium to...
All right, and the party is just getting started because we are celebrating this. There he is, MVP Freddie Freeman right in the middle there. Breaking news tonight, the Dodgers winning the World Series. The boys in blue coming back from 5 runs down to beat the Yankees in the city the Dodgers used to call home.
And celebrations tonight all across the city. The Dodgers now call home. Fans overwhelmed with joy and Dodger pride.
Oh, yes. But Desmond Shaw, live in SkyCal, some people are taking things too far.
Desmond, we're seeing some big crowds out there and even bigger traffic jams.
Yep, and here we are, Whittier and Arizona. You see how everyone is kind of gathered here on the sidewalk and all around the intersection. And now we've got the sideshow street takeovers in full force with this truck that's been out here for a couple of minutes now doing these donuts. Really dangerous. I mean, just getting so close to all these people. And, you know, unfortunately, it's almost like folks go out of their way to get as close to this as possible. So you see all of the tire marks there in the middle of the intersection. And looks like this is where folks are coming to do that. But I'm going to widen out and show you. This is just one of the many crowds. And let's show you some of the earlier insane fireworks that we captured. I can't even imagine where you would be able to obtain some of these fireworks that we saw, making me wonder if they're legal anywhere, frankly. But not too far away, LA County Sheriff's deputies, here they are in their crowd control gear. They've been firing off their own fireworks in the form of flashbangs. There had been a really big crowd right here that was dancing in the middle of the street, but they have since dispersed, and we're probably going to start to see the sheriff's deputies slowly start to make their way over to that intersection. But kind of curious how they're going to be able to get through this insane river of cars, not just here on Whittier Boulevard, but also on Olympic. That was actually where we saw some of the craziest fireworks earlier over near Olympic and Atlantic down in this area. So the authorities are definitely gathering in mass to do what they can. You see them here on the back of these flatbeds to try to shut down some of this more extreme behavior. But, you know, from what we've seen in the past, they shut down one area, and if these folks don't want to disperse, they're all just going to gather at another area. So it might just kind of be like a whack-a-mole situation for the authorities tonight. We'll see how they're able to handle it. They have their helicopter over here as well. Very, very rowdy out here. Tons of fireworks, tons of donuts, street takeovers. We've had some pretty cool Halloween costumes as well. Fortunately, haven't heard any reports of any injuries or anything like that, but it is definitely very wild out here tonight in East LA. Chauncey and Susie, going to send it back to you now in the studio.
All right, Desmond, thank you so much. And our Lauren Posen live in downtown LA as well.
Lauren, please start ordering fans to leave out there.
Yeah, Susie and Chauncey, it's been quite a night. Right now, most of the Dodger fans that were celebrating in the street have left. I want to move out of the way to show you what we're working with now. So now the situation is all these cars here you see, they're all the people that were leaving the Kings game. And so we have northbound is all blocked off here, is all backed up, excuse me. You can't go west, and east still is not open. So that's what's creating this huge traffic jam. And I don't know if you can hear it on your TV screens, but that sound are fireworks going off. We can't see them, but you know, the high rises here, they just amplify that noise. And the best way I can describe it to you, someone walked by me and said, I feel like I'm in a video game. And that's kind of what it sounds like when you're down here. I want to show you some video from earlier of the mayhem, and you can just see all the people just in the streets here at Olympic and Figueroa. At first, it started off as a party in the street. Everything was good and great, and then things got really chaotic when people started throwing fireworks into the crowd and also at officers. And it was at that point that it was declared an unlawful assembly, and officers started moving people, pushing people back and clearing them out from the streets. I have not seen, from my vantage point, anyone get detained or arrested, but we don't have official numbers in that yet. But just from what I've been seeing, I haven't seen that. Officers have seemed very collected and just telling everybody to leave the area once they make that dispersal order. I also want to show you some video, too, of the officers on horseback. They also came out as well. They weren't really involved much in the dispersal order, but they had the presence here as well. Everything seemed very organized by LAPD, like they obviously planned for this. They wanted people to celebrate, but they wanted people to celebrate in a responsible way. And when things were taking a turn, that's when they decided to declare an unlawful assembly. And if we just come out back here live, I want to show you again one more time over here at Francisco and Olympic. On the other side here, officers still by the theater, officers still have that blocked off. So we don't know exactly when they're going to open this, but there's lots of still officers in the area. About every 10 minutes or so, we see more patrol cars coming by. So right now, though, I'm going to say it's pretty organized and pretty calm compared to what we saw just about 15 minutes ago. We'll send it back to you in the studio.
All right, Lauren, thank you so much. And not too far away from Lauren, from downtown LA, is Elysian Park, where the celebrations continue tonight, despite this being, of course, a road game for the Dodgers.
All right, and we want to go right to the desk. Mike Rogers is also keeping a track on this for us. Mike?
Yeah, this has been declared an unlawful assembly by the LAPD as well. This was declared that a little while ago, in fact, in two places here. This is right at the entrance of Dodger Stadium, Vin Scully and Sunset. You see the stop light there, or traffic light that says Vin Scully. Further down on Sunset at Douglas, they have also declared an unlawful assembly. Crowd here is a little bit different. We have seen, certainly we have seen fireworks go off here, but we've not seen kind of the intensity that we've been seeing in downtown LA. Just mainly here taking up the streets, blocking the streets, and the fireworks. Now they're starting to climb on things, though. It looks like that one guy's on top of a car, and I think if Joe pans it a little bit more to the right, too, I can't tell if they're on maybe a traffic signal pole or some type of other pole, but they are starting to climb on stuff as well. Out in the middle of the streets, you see the cars. Yeah, there's the other guy. Looks like, I can't tell exactly what he's on, but they've climbed up on something. So we're going to continue to watch this situation, though. But again, an unlawful assembly here out front of Dodger Stadium, further down at Sunset on Douglas, as well as, of course, where Lauren is at, which is in downtown L.A. Interestingly enough, despite the definitely intensity of the action being the highest in East L.A., there has not been an unlawful assembly declared there, according to the Sheriff's Department. The Sheriff's Department is kind of just pushing them and moving them a little bit, but according to the Sheriff's Department, they have yet to declare an unlawful assembly there, even though that is very clearly the most intense of the locations that we've been monitoring tonight.
Well, let's show you what Mike Rogers was just talking about. Desmond Shaw live in SkyCal over the celebrations in East LA with this huge crowd.
Des.
Yeah, Chauncey and Susie, I mean, check this out. This is, so I showed you the last shot and the crowds at several intersections. This crowd was actually at that point right underneath us. So this is to the east of everything we were showing you. Put up the map tracker letting us know this is at Whittier and Eastmont Boulevard, where we saw some super intense fireworks earlier as well. And still a few more being lit now, even as I speak, right on cue there. I mean, you've got maybe at least 500 people, if not more, just out in this one area. And this is just one section section of Whittier Boulevard. You got this truck that's loaded up with people here, and all the flags being waved all over the place. You got some really cool classic trucks and stuff out here, but it's just getting to be, frankly, a little more than a little too much. It's starting to just, really turn into a chaotic situation. You got all these people packed in. You've got fireworks going off all over the place. If someone steps on the gas pedal a little bit too hard, people could get, seriously injured out here. So I'm kind of surprised this has not been declared an unlawful assembly. But you can see, police kind of standing by in the area. But all the police that we saw were going the other direction. This is to the east, and the sheriff's deputies were marching to the west and trying to clear folks out over by Whittier and Arizona. Again, this is a little farther to the east, Whittier and Eastmont. So I just don't think there's enough police personnel in Southern California to fully disperse all of these crowds. We'll see how they're going to handle it tonight. But you get rid of them in one area, and if they don't want to go home, they're just going to come out into another area. And this is proof positive right here, Chauncey and Susie.
All right, Desmond, thank you. Now we want to go out to our Gio Incenares. He is live in Pasadena at Rocco's Tavern.
And that's where Dodgers fans have been losing their minds, I imagine, Gio.
Yeah, Susie, Chauncey, losing their minds is an understatement, and that's certainly the part of the roller coaster ride that we've been a part of this entire series, but particularly this entire night. It was something that when we were talking to fans beforehand, after last night's loss, where, the stress wasn't really high, right? You go up with a 3-0 lead. Okay, now it's 3-1. You get another chance. You get multiple cracks at it. But that's the funny thing about stress, right? Sometimes it'll sneak up on you, and after being down 5-0, then you tie it up at 5-5, then you start taking a lead, and you start to feel it. It starts getting tight. It starts getting really, really on edge, and you can feel and taste that championship. Talking with fans, it just felt like such a relief. Listen to one of them who told us he's been a Dodger fan since he was a child. He had an amazing hat on, too, and listen to what he had to say after the game was over and the championship was won.
From the start of this game and to the middle to the end, my goodness, it was a stressful thing. But my parents, who are still here in the life, remember Jaramín back in the days when he said quadrangular, which means a home run, grand slam.
See, that's really the beautiful thing about baseball, right, is that every single pitch, every single moment, you can feel it. You have to sit with those feelings, whether they're positive or negative, and you're just hoping it comes your way. And that ninth inning, I'll tell you, we were all sitting here surrounded by fans. Everyone's excited, and you were waiting for that first out. Okay, you got it. Then you got that second out. And then when the third out came, the relief and the excitement was just everywhere. The eruption was enormous. The music has been blasting all night. And now, instead of the Dodgers flying back for a Game 6 and maybe a Game 7, guys, they're flying back for a parade as champions. So it's been a capper of a night to call the Dodgers World Series chance for all these fans.
Exciting times, Gio. And you talk about the feeling. Are you feeling a Go Dodgers now? Back to Jim. He's live inside the champagne-filled locker room.
Oh, looks like we're walking up. You heard the song happening, right? We were just saying in the newsroom here, that's pretty representative of what we're feeling here in Los Angeles tonight. Well, many getting in on the excitement, but grabbing some of the championship merch.
KCAL News reporter Tom Waite is live in Pasadena tonight with a look at some of that World Series swag.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you got to buy stuff to support your team, right? When they win the World Series. And good news, I got all your merch right here. Let's take a look right here. All right. We've got all kinds of different styles. If you got one sort of gold stenciled, black sweatshirt. We got that. And sort of the more classic stuff. You got to have all of it, right? And there's a whole bunch of different prices here and a humongous line, you guys. It is so crazy out there. I'm going to sneak right under you, Francisco. And I got to talk to you. Tell me what you... Oh, no, she's running away from me. We'll get somebody. What are you getting tonight?
A lot of shirts.
A lot of shirts. All right, what's the budge? The budget?
It's up to my family. It's all for them.
All right. So, like, what are some of the things? So they sent you out to get stuff?
Yeah, I was the closest to the store, so they called me, and they were like, head over to Dick's Sporting Good, and I was like, all right.
This is like a big pile here. So how do you like sift through to figure out what you like?
Honestly, I'm just picking it up, looking at the size, and if it's in their size, I'm picking it up. I'm sending them pictures.
Perfect. You know what? That's the way to do it. Get on a little FaceTime, right? To see what they like. Or you know what? You're here. They're not. Just get what you like.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
All right. What were you thinking tonight with the game? Were you watching it?
No, I was at work, but I was checking my phone constantly to check the score, and it was giving me like so much anxiety. But once I saw that we're winning, I was like, oh my gosh, please.
Yeah, the game was nuts, right? It was really back and forth, and it was, I mean, a great outcome, but very entertaining.
Yeah, I wish I could have watched it, but like, it kept me on my toes just watching the score.
Well, I'm sure your employer appreciated that. I'm just kidding. I'm totally kidding. I think everyone in LA was probably watching, right? So.
Yeah.
All right, what are you getting here? You can't leave until you tell me what you got.
Oh, I'm looking for a Dodger World Champion t-shirt.
Well, I think you found one.
I like this one.
All right, so how long have you been a Dodgers fan?
Since I was 5 years old.
So like,
my dad was a huge fan.
Like 15 years.
My dad was a huge fan, so.
All right, that's so sweet. And so you're kind of honoring your dad.
Yes.
Oh, I love that.
Sure.
All right, so walk me through so how did you pick this one?
I like the colors. I like the design of it.
Yeah, it's true.
And I've got this one too.
All right, well, and you got a little sign here.
I've got a sign.
And that line was bonkers out there. Did you wait?
We were about 1 hour. We waited in line for now.
So. You know what? That's not too bad.
No, I know. It's worth it.
Worth it.
We waited 4 years. So.
Yeah. You're such a sweetheart. Thank you so much for stopping.
Thank you.
Uh-oh. You're next to me now. You got to talk to me. Oh, you're run away. Oh, come on over here. All right. We got one more person. You're right here. All right. Talk to me about what you got here. What's going on? What are you looking for? Hats?
Well,
jewelry?
Something that catches my eye.
Okay.
Nothing black, sorry. Has to be Dodger blue. Has to be Dodger blue.
The Pantone, right? You got to do the...
Sure. Oh, I'm kind of embarrassed.
All right. Well, so how long have you been a Dodgers fan?
Since I can remember. Well, probably since I was like 12, maybe. 12. Cool. It's been a long time.
So like, what does this night feel like? Obviously we won the World Series not too long ago, but it was during the pandemic. So it doesn't feel the same way.
Exactly. Yeah, the pandemic. I mean, it was a great win, but it just wasn't the same when the crowd's not here. And it's a little bit different. So this year, actually, my friend and I, we decided to take a gamble and sign up for season.
Not like the car.
No. Sign up for season seats in case that Shohei signs.
Oh, okay.
So we decided this in the middle of the last season. So we said, you know what? Even if we don't, it's one season. We will still go to the games.
It feels good to beat New York, doesn't it?
It does. I mean, it just feels great to win.
It's the Yankees.
Yes. Yeah, it's amazing because, I mean, look at the season that we've had.
Yeah.
And we signed up for one season and we're at the top.
Oh, my God.
What a feeling.
It's so cool.
What a season.
And the energy out here, everyone,
everyone's friendly. It's great. People wait. Everyone's great. Nobody's rioting. Nobody's breaking anything. So
That's true. Everyone's just kind of like feeling the energy, feeling the love.
Yeah.
Very good. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. Well, I don't know if anyone else can handle me. As I say this, people are scattering. They're running away. How about you, sir? What you got?
World Series flag for my car, license
okay.
for my car.
What's your name?
Side, Andy.
Andy, you don't seem excited enough. Match my energy.
Kind of holding it in a little bit.
I'm just kidding. Okay, so you got the license plate, you got the flag.
Yeah, you got the flag that goes on the window. It's a little bat.
Oh, that's so cute. I love that. All right, so is that for like your
just display.
Oh, okay, maybe
just display purposes. I don't have a dog.
All right, so what was it like tonight watching the game? Were you was it like pins and needles? What were you feeling?
Pins and needles for the majority of it, yeah. And then Dodgers got to go in the fifth.
Yeah.
Yeah, and...
What does it feel like to beat the Yankees? Feels good, right?
Feels great. Feels great.
I mean, there's something about the clash of the Titans, right? These two storied franchises. Obviously, Dodgers, their history in New York. They go in town and take home the win.
Yep.
You going to go to the parade?
Hopefully.
All right.
Yeah.
Hey, congrats on all this stuff. Looks good. I love your little mini bat. That's super cute. Hey, guys. How's it going?
Good.
What you getting here?
These shirts, these fire shirts.
Okay, fire shirt. Why not the Dodger blue? Why that?
I mean, this one.
That's true. Very practical.
This one, I think, just looks better than this one.
Okay. Okay. No, you know what? That's fair, and you're allowed to have that opinion. Yeah. And don't let anyone stop you. It's great color, like your friend said, matches lots of stuff.
Yeah.
All right. Were you guys watching the game tonight?
Yeah. Yes.
And what did you think?
I mean, it was really close. it was really close game 7-6, but like at the end the Dodgers end up winning.
Yeah. And then how long were you waiting outside?
For like at least an hour and a half.
Yeah, and it was a long line, right?
Yeah, we spent it here.
Oh yeah, you did. You live close. We're in Pasadena, by the way. I don't know if I told anyone where we are.
We're by Arcadia.
Oh, okay, great.
Yeah.
Good. All right. Well, that's San Gabriel Valley. We love that. That's where I'm from too. We love our San Gabriel Valley. All right. Well, congrats, guys, on your team winning tonight. Very cool. And keep on shopping, right? Yeah. Keep getting that merch. What about hats or anything? You get hats or?
They sold out.
Oh my God. Oh really? No, there's hats right there. Right over there.
I mean.
Do you need me to take you over to the hat section? Is that what you're telling me? All right. All right, I'll let you get out of the way. All right, you guys, there you have it. A good little sampling of all of the incredible, excited fans here in Pasadena getting their stuff, celebrating their team.
All right, Tom, it was nice shopping with you. We should have sent you out there with a budge so you could have brought us some merch back.
It's like holiday shopping out there right now. My goodness.
It is. Get it. You got to get it. You got to get it while it's hot.
Get it while it's hot.
Maybe there'll be a discount at January, but
exactly.
Right now, it's going. It's going.
It is.
Look at these ladies. You're just grabbing stuff.
You know it.
You're just going. All right.
I am going.
All right. Well, here I am ambushing you as I have to send it back to the studio. But do you want to give it a go, Dodgers, real quick?
Go Dodgers!
Yeah. There we go.
All right, Tom, thanks. Now we want to send it over to Mike Rogers. You have your eyes on downtown L.A. right now. What's going on there?
Yeah, we're monitoring a couple situations. This one is actually at Dodger Stadium, right at Vin Scully there. That's the situation we've been monitoring. Really here, lots of milling about, nothing too crazy. There has been an unlawful assembly declared here. I don't know if really quickly if we can pivot to the chopper. Desmond, I had moved him. He just got to downtown L.A. This is a situation that is getting a lot more volatile. Desmond Shaw, what are you seeing?
Okay. Yeah, this is pretty wild right here, Mike, where we put up the map tracker. We're at Flower and 9th Street right now, where you see this huge crowd that has gathered. And here you see LAPD that is just to the south here with a ton of backup that they've been talking about trying to disperse this crowd, maybe just kind of start to push them around. But they are severely outnumbered right now. This is a ton of people, maybe 500 or so people, if not more than that. Kind of hard to tell with all of the really tall buildings, but just kind of clustered in the middle of the intersection. In years past, when we've seen some other teams win in downtown Los Angeles, we've seen a lot worse than just street takeovers happening in these neighborhoods. So LAPD, I think they really, really want to get ahead of this and just shut it down before we start to see, potentially any looting or any kind of situation like that. So I think that's why they're taking, a pretty tough tack on this one. But they're probably going to have to wait for more backup if they want to disperse. This is a lot of humanity right now in the middle of the intersection of Flower and 9th. Mike, Susie, and Chauncey.
All right, Desmond, thank you so much. We're going to go to the ground now. Our Lauren Posen there, also in downtown L.A., to give us another look. Lauren?
Yeah, Susie and Chauncey, we're just about a couple blocks from where Desmond was talking about Flower and 9th. So this is what it looks like over here. And you can see we have the officers here in the middle of Olympic and Figueroa, kind of at a standstill here. They're keeping the people on the sidewalks, they're holding them there right now. And they've got this entire section all blocked off. So what we've noticed throughout the night is that the crowds just, I think Mike or Desmond said this too, what the whole thing is, the police are moving people out of the area. But then what happens is people just congregate to another part of the area and do the same type of behavior again, which is blocking the streets, which is police. They don't want to see that. So that's why they've been telling people it's unlawful assembly. What you're hearing right now, those are fireworks going off. You can't see them from where we are, but the high rises amplify the noise. So the best way I can describe it to you, someone said it sounds like, we're in a video game down here, because that's how loud it is. So now we have some more officers we can show everybody at home over here on the motorcycle bikes. They're coming over here as well. So they have this whole area pretty much covered here. As the officers move in, more fireworks go off, and sirens are going off. I mean, honestly, it's calm but also chaotic too at the same time, if that makes any sense. That's what's happening here. We're going to continue. There's another one went off there too, another firework. And again, it sounds a lot worse than it is because of the high rise. It's amplifying that noise. I also hear some sirens behind me too. Let's see if we can see them as they're coming their way here. I think we might see them. They're probably going over by Flower and 9th, I imagine. That's where they're heading to right now. So that is what we have out here. I'm going to send it back to the studio. I'm going to keep my eye on things here, and I'll have another report for you when you want me next.
Lauren, just a quick question before you go. Have you noticed people coming back your way from that crowd, moving away from that crowd because they had heard that an unlawful assembly had been declared?
No, and I didn't know that was happening until I heard Desmond say it, because everything was just so quiet over here. We didn't know until we heard Desmond talk about that. But as far as I know, no. But I will ask people, you know, as I'm seeing them here too, if they're coming from that area. But I don't know if you guys can hear this back at the station, but it is so loud with those fireworks. I mean, I know I keep repeating myself saying it's amplified, but it's kind of scary because it's really loud and it can kind of catch you off guard. So I'm going to send it back to you.
All right, Lauren, you be safe out there. We want to go back up to our Desmond Shaw live in SkyCal. Des, we talked with police this week who told us they were prepared for celebrations. They're also preparing for the big parade. Talk about how they're trying to get this under control here tonight.
You know, it seemed like they were prepared. Unfortunately, you know, there's so many people in this city, and if people want to get wild, it's almost impossible to prepare for, as we see more fireworks going off now along 9th and Flower, and this is just one of so many crowds in Southern California. I mean, we saw them prepping in East LA all week. Last week we were up just in case anyone tried to anything, you know, a little bit uncivil over the loss or anything, and that situation was pretty well locked down. We didn't really see anybody gathering. But tonight, you just had this wave of people come out to the East LA area on Whittier Boulevard almost instantly. First in cars, then starting to stream out, you know, with all these people, and then the fireworks started, and then the street takeovers started. So now you can see these people. Some folks are going to say, all right, I don't want to get arrested. LAPD is probably making an announcement right now, and they're moving in from just behind this building right here. So we'll see them probably coming into the frame. We'll see if we can get back around maybe to the south side where we had a pretty good shot of the LAPD. Of course, we have a couple of LAPD helicopters overhead as well. But even with so many authorities out here and all of the riot gear and all of, you know, the threats that they have, it's still just a lot for the authorities out here, Chauncey and Susie.
On the right side of your screen, you're looking at pictures from our Lauren Posen and her photographer. They're right there on the ground. As these celebrations continue in downtown LA tonight, an unlawful assembly has been declared by the LAPD, meaning that the crowds have been ordered to disperse because things have gotten a little out of hand. Whatever, you know, happens, it could be violence, it could be any kind of unlawful activity that police deem could turn into something bigger and dangerous and could put lives and property in danger. So they certainly have been doing that. But as you can see, as Desmond has been telling us, this has been a situation that has been going on since the Dodgers have clinched that World Series victory. Of course, we always celebrate here in Los Angeles big when our teams win big like this. But certainly we don't want those celebrations to get out of hand. And that's what we've been watching for tonight.
And we talked about this this week, Susie, leading up to this night, leading up to the big World Series win. We knew people were going to be excited. They were going to want to be out and celebrate together if they won in New York, or especially if they came back here and won in L.A. We want to go back to Lauren Posen. This is her shot right there from the ground. Lauren, it seems like the people in your area, they're sort of just moving. Do you have any, you know, crowds gathering near where you are?
Yeah, and look west. I think we'll see the horses.
Oh, these are a lot of people that were leaving from the Kings game, or also just leaving the bars and stuff here. So I know you asked me, you know, minutes ago if I saw anybody from Flower and 9th. No, all these people are just coming from right where we've been the last, you know, 3 hours. But let me turn around here. Let's see what's going on. You know, these fireworks, again, they keep going off. And now I hear patrol cars are coming down the way here on Olympic. You can hear them. Here they come. Officers are going to tell these people to stop walking because they're right in the way. There they go. And here come, and it looks like we've got the van here as well. So I imagine something's going, happening over at 9th and Flower, and that's why we're seeing this activity with the police here coming through, calling for more officers on the ground there. Let them pass here. And then we have people dressed in Halloween costumes, as Desmond was saying as well, too. It's a mix of everything down here tonight. But those fireworks really are, I think that is the problem with the officers, why they want this to stop, because it is just so dangerous. Because these are pretty heavy-duty fireworks that we've been hearing and seeing as well. So, and again, more people are coming out here, but these are just people that were from the area. When this all started, you guys, after the Dodgers won, it was like this, fun, happy, cheering. But then, things took a turn, and that's when officers declared an unlawful assembly. And that's what we've been dealing with now for the good, later half of the evening here. But still a lot of excited Dodgers fans. And, police want people to celebrate. They want them to be here and to celebrate, but they want them to do so in a responsible way. And when they tell you, you got to go, you got to go. And some people are not listening to that, a warning that they're giving them. So we're going to stay out here for you. I got my eyes all over, and I'm going to have another report for you. Here we go, more Dodger fans when we come back.
All right, sounds good, Lauren. Thank you so much. Let's go back now to our desk with Mike Rogers. You have an update for us.
Yeah, I want to point out two things. What Lauren's talking about, they're going to do this in a very coordinated effort. They've got what they call platoons that they're kind of moving in and strategically trying to force people. Now, as Desmond was saying, they are asking for a lot of resources to try to deal with this crowd. I want to point something out, too. Obviously, this is smoke from fireworks, but when we're talking with LAPD, if you see any other kind of smoke, LAPD as a department policy does not use tear gas as a method of crowd dispersal. So if you see any of that is not coming from the LAPD. They do not use tear gas as a part of their methods. If we can, I've got some video from East LA that I want to show you real quick, because I want to let you know that over there they have now officially declared an unlawful assembly from the East Los Angeles area as well. The Sheriff's Department that was dealing with that situation has officially declared that an unlawful assembly. So we'll see if they're going to move in over there. Obviously, we had to move Des over here to look at Lauren's scene a little bit, so I'm sure at some point we'll go check back in over there. But in East LA, they have also declared that an unlawful assembly. What they really want is for people to celebrate during the parade on Friday. They want people to come and line the streets and do it in a nice way and a little bit more organized. Not that you can't have fun, but when you start dealing with these fireworks and things like that, that's when we really start getting into issues. I think we've got some sound earlier in the day. We spoke with somebody who was getting excited and getting ready for that. Let's see if we can listen to that real quick. Okay, they're very excited. Trust me, they are. But yeah, this is as we continue to look at these live pictures from the SkyCal. You can see LAPD is kind of pushing them forward. It hasn't gotten to the point. We just checked. There have been no arrests yet at this point, which is great. We don't want that. You want them to eventually just kind of go away. I do got to point out the difference kind of in the situations here. LAPD kind of real quick wanted to put this to bed and be done with this. It didn't really work out the way they wanted it to, because they are still here, almost 2 hours later, dealing with the crowds.
All right, Mike Rogers at the desk, thank you so much. And thank you to Desmond Shaw live overhead in SkyCal. The Dodgers clinching their second World Series title in the last 5 years tonight. Very exciting, but the police out there definitely keeping things to a minimum, making sure those celebrations stay cool.
That's right. We are going to keep a close eye on the celebrations happening all around our area. But right now, we want to head over to Jamie Maggio with Sports Central. And the Dodgers are World Series champions. How good does that feel to say, Jamie?
You're watching Sports Central on KCAL Los Angeles, sponsored by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa.
Chauncey, Susie, so good. It feels so good. Dodgers have won their 8th World Series title in franchise history after beating the Yankees tonight in Game 5. Now, no team has ever been taken to Game 6 after leading the World Series 3-0. We are going to get you to the highlights. We've got Jim Hill and Darren Haynes in New York, in the Bronx. They're in the clubhouse. But every team with the 3-0 series lead in the World Series was able to close it out by Game 5. Jack Flaherty, the starting pitcher, making his second start this series. And there's Aaron Judge, who finally broke through his World Series funk in Game 4 and rode that momentum into tonight, blasting a 2-run shot to open the scoring in the first inning. Judge's first homer since Game 3 of the ALCS had Yankee Stadium rocking early. Next batter up, Jazz Chisholm, and he plays this pitch just like Miles Davis. The sweet sound of Chisholm's solo shot into the right field stands makes it 3-0 Yankees. Flaherty would not make it out of the second inning, leaving the game with New York up 4-0. Meanwhile, Garrett Cole had not allowed a hit into the fourth. When a man on first, he gets some big-time help from Judge, who tracks it down. Look at that. Denied. Check out the big man getting up and robbing the red-hot Freddie Freeman of an extra base hit. Well, Cole ended up taking a no-hitter into the fifth, but that's when things got crazy for the Yankees. Coming off that great catch in the fourth. The next inning, oh no, that should be a routine fly ball from Tommy Edman. Judge drops it, gives the Dodgers some life with no outs in the fifth. Judge's first error of the entire season. Can you believe it? Another Yankee error. Shohei Ohtani up with the bases loaded, 1 out. He goes down swinging for the second out of the inning. Well, Mookie Betts gets his shot with bases loaded. Looks he's going to be out at first, but Cole fails to cover the base. A run scores. The inning is still alive on that mental error from the reigning AL Cy Young winner. Okay, Freddie Freeman is up with a chance to make Cole and the Yankees pay. What would Freddie Freeman do? Oh, he's going to deliver. Knocks one into the gap in shallow center. 2 runs will score to cut the deficit in half. Freeman's family, there they are, loving every moment. He ties the all-time record for RBI in a single World Series with 12. Get him, Freddie. The inning of terror did not stop there for the Yankees. Teoscar Hernandez kept the rally going. Judge can't get to this one. It's off the wall. Betts scores easily. Freeman comes all the way from first on that bad ankle to tie the game at 5. A 5-run inning by the Dodgers. This one has turned into a nail-biter. Fastball into the 8th. It's now tied at 6. Betts is up, and we've got the bases loaded. This is a sac fly, tied the game earlier in the inning, and another one from Betts scores the go-ahead run. So the Dodgers come back again in Game 5 and take the 7-6 lead. Bottom half of the inning now. Judge is in scoring position with another runner on first. Blake Trinan on the hill gets out of a jam, strikes out Anthony Rizzo to end the threat and the inning. All right, let's go bottom of the 9th. Walker Buehler is on to close out the win. The starter is in to close it. All right, here's facing the former Dodger, Alex Verdugo. He gets him swinging. That is ball game. Dodgers clinch their 8th World Series title. They beat the Yankees 7-6 in Game 5.
Seems like we hit every speed bump possible over the course of this year. And to overcome what we did as a group of guys, it's special. And this is what we start out to do every single spring training, is to win a championship. And I think it's the hardest thing to do in sports, is because you just never know what's going to happen. I mean, we were down 2-1 in the NLDS, and it easily could have gotten away from us. And to come back and win those 2 games and to keep it going like we did, it's just a special group of guys.
Freddie Freeman, a World Series MVP. Good for him. We're going to send it out to Yankee Stadium now and check in with Jim Hill. Jim, what was it like in that clubhouse? It looked like it was a lot of fun, a little bit of crazy, too.
All right. You want to know what it was like in that clubhouse with all the champagne that was being thrown around and the team that just won the World Series championship? And let me tell you something. I don't drink at all, but sometimes you can get dizzy by osmosis. That's exactly what happened to a lot of people who were in that clubhouse tonight. But when we think about it, the Dodgers are the World Series champions, and in the clubhouse, it was nothing but happiness.
This is so much fun to see you and your teammates have like this, because you work so hard for it.
Yeah, it's worth celebrating. You know, anytime you can can say you're a World Series champion, regardless of how much or how little like me you contributed. You're part of the best team in the world, and you get to say that for a full year. So it sounds really good. It also sounds good to say World Series champion, Los Angeles Dodgers. And so I'm going to enjoy it a lot.
A lot of your teammates are saying, even though he wasn't with us sometimes, he contributed mentally, just him being there.
You know what, man? I'm just so happy to be a part of this group. I'm so happy that I get to be a Dodger, and I don't take that for granted. And I'm just happy, man. It's just a pretty incredible experience.
Tonight was basically the epitome of our season. You know, get dealt a big blow early, come back, get dealt another blow, come back. Tonight was basically our season in a nutshell.
He's done.
Well, I have to tell you, we all know it's going to be a long, long night for the Los Angeles Dodgers. That is for sure after winning the championship. But this long night is going to be a good night because they have accomplished something that very few people thought that they were going to accomplish this particular season. Winning a National League and then winning the World Series championship and then doing it on the road. You have to take your cap off to manager Dave Roberts and his squad because they did what a lot of people thought could never be done. Okay. Let's talk right now. Hold it. Here's Evan Phillips is going to come in and chat with us right now. He put some microphone on.
Yes, sir.
Ellie, what's up, champ?
Always good to see you.
Good to see you. What a heck of a night this is for you guys,
man.
huh?
Unbelievable.
Talk just a little bit about the journey that you and your teammates have gone on in order to get to this spot right now, to whereas we're both soaked with champagne.
Yeah. I think, we can look back on the year. We led Major League Baseball in wins. It came into the postseason. I'm sure we were the favorites. I honestly don't even know. But high expectations for sure. And what I love about this group is we each had our own little fights with adversity throughout the year. And to see each guy kind of, live through those and come out on the other side of it and be our best version of ourselves here in the postseason when it matters most. And to have it result in a world championship is something that it's hard to put in words.
And I know Dave Roberts played a huge part in the development of each and every player, not only on the field, but off the field as well.
Yeah, of course. I think that's something we preach here with the Dodgers is be a family. We're in this all together. You have to fight every single day. The long flights, the long days, the games, and wins and losses, good stretches, bad stretches. We're all in it together. And I think building into each other has been a big reason why we were able to come out on top this year.
Now, you have made your mark in history.
Yeah.
This is really, now you're going to be competing with yourself for years to come.
No doubt. And, internally, I look at my career, and to get to this spot and be a World Series champion is, one, unbelievable, but I really want to play in one.
Yeah.
I'm so disappointed that I wasn't able to suit up with my guys this World Series, but I know I played a big role in getting here, and I can't wait to try to do it again next year.
But that is great motivation for you, but you also know you got to take your time when you're coming back from injuries and things like that.
Yeah, the timing just couldn't be worse. It's not something we can play around with. I don't want to put, anything in next season in jeopardy or beyond that even. So it was really difficult to try to manage those thoughts and emotions and how we were going to go about it as a group, but I appreciate that the Dodgers looked out for my best interest and my health as well, and we're going to get this thing right and hopefully be ready to go for the season.
And what about not only winning it, but winning it on the road? What about that? What about winning, just the taste of winning and doing it here?
Something about doing it at Yankee Stadium, right? So me personally, I made my Major League debut here.
Yeah.
I debuted here with the Atlanta Braves, and that was a really special moment for me, obviously, so to come back to this clubhouse, this bullpen, literally where it all started for me, and to walk out of here tonight as a World Series champion is something I can't even believe.
But it's not a dream, but now everybody's going to be shooting for you. Everybody's going to be gunning for you starting tomorrow.
Sure, and we feel a sense of that, every single year. I think we have high standards here with this whole organization. We want to win championships, and I think when you have that kind of goal year in, year out, you're going to have a target on your back, and it's something that we were really prepared for this year, and we'll be ready to go for it again next year.
That target's going to be there starting tomorrow.
That's right.
Even before the parade.
Even before the parade.
Yeah.
That's right.
What about those skeptics that are out there? They said, no, we know how to handle them.
I think baseball is a reactionary sport, right? Everyone's got to adjust. So I'm sure people are already working their tails off to figure out how they're going to beat the Dodgers, and we're going to do the exact same thing.
Okay. Congratulations, champ. Have fun. See you at the parade. It's going to be a lot of fun. That's for sure.
That's right.
Jamie, it's absolutely incredible what the Dodgers have done. Back to you in Los Angeles now.
Jim, thank you so much, and so glad you caught up with Clayton Kershaw as well. It looked like he lost his voice, and I'm just so happy for Kersh to be there and be part of it. But no surprise here, Freddie Freeman. Freddie Freeman is your World Series MVP. Freeman hit 300 with 4 home runs, one in each of the first 4 games. He also had 12 RBI, which ties a World Series record.
You just been up yelling and screaming. It's just been itching and waiting to come out, and it's going to be a long time before you guys calm down.
Yeah, I don't want it to calm down, Jim. I don't want it to calm down at all. We're going to celebrate this for a long time because this is hard to do in this game is win championships, and with this group of guys, we get to have a parade finally for LA. I cannot wait. I cannot wait.
The city of Los Angeles is ready to explode.
I know. So are we.
All right. Well, we are going to send it back out to the Bronx in just a few moments. We've got Jim Hill and Darren Haynes out there on the field, and they're getting the players. They were in the clubhouse. Now they're on the field. It's a lot of stuff going on. The families are there to enjoy it. Let's go ahead and check in with Jim Hill now, who's standing by with one of the players. That's Gavin Lux. A little.
Appreciate you. You know what I mean?
Appreciate you. Mm-hmm. Appreciate you.
Jim, they're going to Jamie, thank you very much. With me now is Davin Lux. And Davin, let's talk just a little bit about how you feel right now after your team has accomplished really the ultimate.
You can't make it up. This team's been through a lot of stuff together, ups and downs, adversity, and I think ultimately it helped us. But this is a really close group, and this is the best feeling in the world. This is what you dream about when you're a kid, and you grow up, play baseball, you watch these games, and it's a feeling you really can't describe. It's cool to do it with such a great group of guys.
Yeah, and winning the World Series championship, not only winning it, but winning it in Yankee Stadium. Yeah. That makes it even better.
No doubt. That's a really good team over there, doing it on their home turf, down 5 runs early. Just shows the grit this team has, and we're never going to give up. And man, I watched a game here in 2009 with my pops, right up there, and then all I could think about all game was being up there as a 12-year-old kid watching a game here, and then just wanting to be out here in that moment. And it's pretty cool to do it here.
When you think about it, dreams do come true. That was a dream that you had, and look at what's happened.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, that was 14 years ago, and playing in Cooperstown as a 12-year-old, and it's words, man, you can't put it into words, and it's a great feeling. But this group of guys right here is special, and this is forever. You can't take this one away from us, and I'm just glad we could do it for the fans too, because they're a part of it just as much as we are.
Devin, what was the toughest part of your season? Because every team that wins a championship has 1 or 2 points in the season that did, oh man, we don't know if we're going to get through this or not.
Yeah, I think a little bit right before the All-Star break, when we had a lot of guys that were banged up and hurt and out, and we weren't winning a ton of games. We were going kind of 50-50 for maybe like 6 or 7 weeks there, and just kind of like, man, we're a way better team than that, and we knew it, and we just had to get healthy somewhat. We still have a ton of guys that are banged up and hurt, but I think at that point, but a lot of guys had to step up and perform and pick up from other guys that were out and banged up and hurt, and I think it's only helped us, in this moment that other guys had to step up and play a role.
Now, being in the market that LA is in and playing for the Dodgers, which is one of the marquee names not only in baseball but in all of sports. Yep. People are coming after you now, even more so than they did before.
Totally. I think coming into this year, we knew there was going to be a target on our back. Kind of, every series we played, just the guys were running out there every night. You got Hall of Famers all over the place. So we knew it coming into the year that it was going to be tough, and every game was going to be a dogfight, and ride or die with us. And like I said, man, these fans deserve it just as much as we do. But the target on the back's a real thing.
Devin Lux, thank you so much. Congratulations, champion. He's absolutely incredible. Back to you in the studio now.
My owner, the same way.
Thank you, Jim. Good stuff. Walker Buehler strikes out former Dodger Alex Verdugo to end the game. That is Buehler's first save in the major leagues. The Dodgers win their 8th World Series and their first in a full season since 1988.
What our guys did, the resilience, the fight that they had, certainly all the momentum was on the side of the Yankees, and Garrett was throwing the heck out of the baseball, and for us to, just keep scratching and clawing. And you know, we were just kind of to the last guy available. And so to see what Walker did, what Blake did, all those guys, and then the big at-bats to get us back in the game was just huge.
Well, that was the scene at Crypto.com Arena during the Kings game when word of the Dodgers win broke out. Charger players were also there as it was Chargers night. So cool to see all of the sports fans and teams coming together to celebrate this win for LA. All right, we are going to send it back out to Jim Hill now, who's standing by with Michael Kopech. All right, guys.
All right, thanks, Jim. When you think about, Michael, what you and your teammates have just accomplished, is it hard to believe?
No. I think it's a little bit surreal to be in this position in general, but from where I came from the beginning of the year, from the trajectory of my career, it's a little bit surreal. But to have this kind of team with this much fight, this much talent, with this much grit, with this much love for one another, it's not hard to believe.
Michael, thank you so much. Have fun.
I appreciate it.
The party is going to be good, and the parade's going to be even better.
That's right.
You better believe it. All right, Michael Kopech, back.
Nice to meet you.
Congratulations, buddy.
Thanks so much. I appreciate it.
Jamie, back to you now.
The Dodgers win the World Series, and now please deal with crowds going wild across L.A. And there are parties across SoCal. We have details about the parade. Okay, we're going to go up to Desmond Shaw. He is live in SkyCal. Des, are you in downtown or L.A. or East L.A.?
We're in East LA right now, Pat, and check out this super dangerous situation that we are watching right now. This is not even as crazy as what we saw earlier, where there were two different vehicles in the intersection drifting alongside each other at the same time, and then people come and they run in kind of to try to time it perfectly to get in the middle of the circle right here. I mean, we saw one of these vehicles that was here literally getting within inches of plowing into a big group of people, and these people are putting so much trust in these people's driving abilities right now. It's really just an insane thing to watch. You couple that with it, fireworks being launched off and stuff. In fact, the big firework got thrown into a crowd of people that was in the middle of this intersection earlier. So it's really, really chaotic out here. Let me zoom out though and show you, because LA County Sheriff's deputies have been moving block by block. So that's Whittier in Arizona, which I just showed you, and they are getting ready to make their way up right here. They're only one block away at Whittier and Kern Avenue. So we'll see how the crowd reacts once they get there, but it looks like they are trying to shut down the most dangerous of the street takeovers right now. And that's not the only one. As we go the other direction, there is a huge party in the streets over here at Whittier and Goodrich Avenue. Might have another takeover happening, as you can see everyone kind of clearing space for the vehicles that could go in the middle of the street. So, boy, sheriff's deputies, they're really going to have their hands full tonight. Live at SkyCal overhead, I'm Desmond Shaw. Going to send it back to you now in the studio.
All right, and that's what we've been seeing all night, folks. Excited about the Dodgers' big win tonight.
We come in LA.
Breaking now at 11, get ready, Dodger fans. Your Los Angeles Dodgers are World Series champs and are coming back home here to Southern California for a big championship parade this Friday.
And we are ready for you, Mookie. Celebrations getting rowdy tonight, though, with police declaring a citywide tactical alert. Good evening, and thanks for joining us. I'm Pat Harvey.
And I'm Chauncey Glover. Meanwhile, the party is just beginning in New York City. The Dodgers popping champagne in the locker room right after the game. Our Jim Hill was right in the middle of it all, and we have live team coverage for you tonight.
In fact, our reporters are fanned out all over Southern California, talking to fans as police try to keep things calm. But we begin with Desmond Shaw, who was live in SkyCal, where huge crowds have gathered. And Desmond, I'd like to get your location right now. Okay, we're having a little problem getting Desmond's audio. This is in East Los Angeles, and we have seen several intersections. Okay, I thought you were...
Yeah.
All right, Des, are you with us now?
Hey, Pat.
Okay.
I am with us here, Pat. Sorry about that.
Sure.
So here, look, LA County Sheriff's deputies, I mentioned, they're just, 1 block away from where we were just showing you here at Whittier in Arizona is where the craziest of the activity is right now. They're only 1 block away. They're now launching flashbangs in the air, basically as a signal for everyone. You've had more than enough fun out here. It is time to disperse. So we're going to see how these crowds decide to handle that right now, but not really dispersing at the moment. And I just showed you a couple of moments ago, too, that this is not even close to the only thing going on. They did get a handle on Olympic Boulevard. Everything we showed you earlier in the evening that was taking place down there, that is mostly cleared out. But there is another big group that is in the street doing very similar activity to the east, about a mile to the east on Whittier Boulevard. And, I mean, look at just, it's crazy, all these fireworks going off, in clear view of the police and the street takeovers and the donuts and all the crazy behavior. Everyone just doing this, within eyesight of the authorities, but not dispersing so far, Pat.
All right. Well, we certainly hope that they do disperse and that folks, make their way home peacefully and we can celebrate. Wow. Still see some more fireworks out there, but we just want to make sure that folks are safe and that things don't get out of hand. Those fireworks, of course, could cause danger, some certainly injurious to people and certainly to even vehicles out there. We were talking about that earlier, that if a vehicle or a tire catches on fire, that could cause an even bigger problem. So hopefully we'll see people leaving the area.
And excited fans are also on the streets there in downtown LA.
And police have been ordering the fans to leave there as well. Lauren Posen has been right in the middle of all that. Lauren.
It's been a busy night, Pat and Chauncey. Right now, in fact, just seconds ago, the police that were right behind me on their motorcycles, they just took off. But you can see officers still have this part of Figueroa and Olympic blocked off. And that is because just about a couple blocks from here at 9th and Flower, there is still a big crowd gathering. And they're working to move the crowd out. Now, what you're hearing right now, those are fireworks that have been going on all night long. I think we're showing you some video, too. And what makes it even more loud is just these high rises as the sound just amplifies off of it. Everything started off really nice. People were partying in the street celebrating, and then things took a turn with these fireworks going off, some going off right in front of officers, and that is when officers declared this area an unlawful assembly. Then we had, of course, the Kings game coming out, and that caused a lot of traffic backup as well because this whole area was shut down. Now things are moving smoothly, at least over by the cinema side and by LA Live, but again, this area here still blocked off. I do want to have you listen to some sound from people I spoke with that were over at the Figueroa at the Flower and 9th location. Take a listen to what they told me.
Man, it was very live. We got there kind of early. There's fireworks, people burning out their tires and whatnot. It was crazy.
Fireworks are just kind of going off, kind of last minute party, I guess.
Yeah, and these are not sparklers. These are big-time fireworks that were going off. So it was just, it's a celebration, but as everybody,
He's the GOAT. He's the GOAT. The GOAT.
How'd you feel about the
Freddie Freeman, the GOAT. Freddie Freeman is the GOAT. He's my hero. Freddie Freeman! Let's go, Freddie!
So everyone, and that's what we want to see. We want to see this excitement. We don't want to see all the chaos. So everyone's hopefully going to save that for Friday with the parade. It's going to be a great day, and hopefully this will calm down sooner rather than later. We'll send it back to you in the studio.
All right, he's so true as we talk about our MVP there. Well, LAPD also dealing with a large crowd outside of Dodger Stadium here. These are live pictures from Sunset Boulevard.
And KCAL assignment editor Mike Rogers is at the desk now. Mike, you've been looking at this situation, so where are things now? Looks a little calmer than the other areas.
Absolutely, and this actually looks calmer than what it did before because LAPD just came in, pushed this crowd out. This crowd was never really one of the more rowdy crowds. They were just kind of gathering here, but you can see the crowd is much, much smaller than we were talking about before. So that is the good news. This is one of 3 locations that the LAPD has declared an unlawful assembly. You have the situation in downtown that Lauren has been talking about, and then there were 2 situations here along Sunset and Vince Scully, and then Sunset and Douglas, where you had these crowds gathering gathering around. You can see now anybody that's left here is kind of just sitting around, hanging out. They've got some flags, looking at the Fernando Valenzuela memorabilia that's up there against the sign. So much, much less than what we saw before than what we are seeing right now. Also in East LA, excuse me, and in downtown Los Angeles, where in East LA they have declared that unlawful assembly. They're using tear gas to get some of those protesters out of there. And then we obviously have that situation in downtown as well. So looks like we've got our two big ones. The other two are starting to calm down.
All right, thanks a lot, Mike. Now we want to go to New York, where shortly after that win, it did not take long to start popping the champagne. Sports director Jim Hill has been in the thick of it all night.
And Jim, you know, I have known you. I have seen you work for many years, but I must say, your live shot in the locker room tonight was one for the ages. It was epic, Jim.
And Pat, we're just getting started.
I know it.
You have no idea. You have no idea what this club has in mind for the next 24 hours before they leave town. That is for sure. But when you think about it, the Dodgers, and congratulations to them, the Dodgers have won their 8th World Series championship in franchise history after beating the Yankees tonight in game number 5. And it was absolutely amazing. The Dodgers set a World Series record by coming back from a 5-0 deficit and winning this one by a final score of 7-6 and winning the series 4-1. And as you can imagine, the celebration in the Dodgers clubhouse was absolutely incredible.
Talk about awesome. This is wild, really, Freddie. Huh? This is wild.
Yeah, this is wild. This is what we do, set out to do every year, and for it to be accomplished, man, I'm at a loss for words.
But you guys have gone through so much this year, ups and downs and injuries and controversy, and you came out on top. What's been the secret?
I think the closeness of this group. From day one, we knew we had a good group of guys, and then the guys that we got at the trade deadline, Kobe, Tommy, Kevin Kiermaier, just on and on and on. The group of guys that we had in this clubhouse, we became very, very close, and it showed us how we feel.
This is so much fun to see you and your teammates have like this because you work so hard for it.
It's worth celebrating. You know, anytime you can say you're a World Series champion, regardless of how much or how little like me you contributed, you're part of the best team in the world, and you get to say that for a full year. So it sounds really good. It also sounds good to say World Series champion, Los Angeles Dodgers, and so I'm going to enjoy it a lot.
Pat Johnson, I'm telling you, the party is going to be going on not only for the rest of the evening, but for a lot of evenings to come. That is for sure. And, of course, I'll have much more on the Dodgers winning another World Series championship a little bit later on. Back to you in the studio now.
All right. Thank you so much, Jim. Such a special moment. I'm so glad that Jim is out there enjoying that and bringing us all the celebration because we could just feel it through him. But we continue here. The LA Kings were quick to show their support for the Dodgers during the 6-3 win over the Golden Knights. Fans just erupted after the final out, which was played, as you see there on the Jumbotron.
Look at that. Several Chargers players were also in the crowd at the Kings game. It was Chargers night. They cheered when news of the Dodgers World Series, also when the win came up over the Jumbotron.
That's one thing about our sports franchises. They always come together, especially for something like this. And we are the team and town of champions. And there have been watch parties, and they're still going on all over SoCal tonight. We are rocking tonight.
That's right, and I have a feeling we'll be rocking and partying all the way until the parade Friday. KCAL News reporter Gio Ignarez is live in Pasadena, where the party is still going on out there. Hi, Gio.
Hey, Chauncey. Hey, Pat. You know, I'm feeling a little energy from Jim, right? Because the party is just getting started from New York all the way out here to the West Coast. This sign actually just popped up within the last 10 minutes just up the street here in Pasadena. It's amazing, truly. Like, we saw it in the middle of the street, and we figured, hey, why not call him over here and get a shine on it on camera? It was a wonderful moment, punctuating what was, of course, a wonderful night for so many Dodgers fans. I mean, you could feel the edge. And, yeah, right there. Now we're getting a photo, a social media photo of Shohei Ohtani replacing the Statue of Liberty. Gotta love the internet. And speaking of the excitement, that comes following just some tense moments throughout the entire game where, you know, you were feeling it. We were sitting there with the crowd here at Rocco's, and just every pitch felt so momentous. Listen to one fan and what he said on how much this particular championship felt, the first one since 2020.
Go Dodgers! Yeah, there you go. We got this championship. We're proving that, you know, that whole thing for the 2020 championship was real. So, you know, I'm glad. I'm excited.
You know, and that's the thing that a lot of fans were telling us going back to last night into this evening as well. Obviously, you have that 2020 title, but we know what happened in 2020 is that there wasn't a parade. There wasn't that same level of celebration because of what we were all going through with the pandemic at the time. So now, even though it happened in New York, you know that party's going to come out west again. They're flying back. The Dodgers are not for a Game 6, not for a Game 7, but flying back as world champions this evening. Pat, Chauncey.
And, you know, I have a feeling, Gio, that certainly is going to continue because I remember 2020. We were so excited that we had something to cheer about in the middle of all of, you know, the COVID closures and everything, but you couldn't celebrate. You certainly couldn't go to Dodger Stadium, and they didn't even play in Dodger Stadium. You couldn't go where they played because it was closed off, and they had those little placards, or like I want to call them fake people. I mean, the cardboard cutouts
on the seats,
to try to fill the stadium. So to actually be where you are tonight, and those fans are showing their appreciation and their love for the team, I think that's great, and that's some long-time pent-up feeling right there.
Absolutely. You could say that again.
Oh, yeah. And when you think of before that, didn't have a celebration, and it was 1988, so this is a big deal.
All right, Gio, can we get a Go Dodgers for you, from you, before we leave you? I guess not. He hasn't said it all day.
You're trying to set him up.
All night.
Right? And he's not, you know, we always leave his live shot
right before.
So, all right. Well, LA Mayor Karen Bass is offering her congratulations to the Dodgers on winning the World Series. She says, tonight we showed the world that Los Angeles is made of champions, and looking forward to seeing you back in LA. And you can get in on the excitement with some merchandise for the champs.
That's right. KCAL News reporter Tom Waite is live now in Pasadena with a look at some of that World Series swag. Hi, Tom.
Hey there, Chauncey and Pat. All right, everybody is lining up out here. The line out there is like around this huge building. It's insane, but the energy is super awesome. Let's go say hello to some of these customers, shall we? All right, sir, I'm so sorry, but you're right behind me, so I got to talk to you. You got to tell me what fashions are you investing in tonight?
Anything Dodger right now. Yeah.
Any accessories, hats?
I would like to get a hat and
jewelry.
Jewelry? No, I don't know.
Tell me what's going through your mind. I mean, the energy in here. We got a little Randy Newman playing. You know,
very exciting event right now. It's exciting. LA, man, Dodgers, they did it.
Yeah, it's a neat feeling. I mean, and you got to come out to get your merch, right?
Exactly.
Now, what's your budget?
I don't know yet.
Is that your wife over there?
Yes, it is.
We won't tell her. Don't worry. No one's watching. It's fine. You're not on television. Don't worry.
Don't worry about that. You see something you like, grab it. You know, worry about it later.
So, are you looking like sort of the orange and black? You're going a little more traditional.
I'm traditional blue.
Yeah. I gotcha. I feel you. That makes sense. All right, man. Thank you so much for chat. Right. See, look, you got the whole place filled here, and they were obviously very ready here at Dick's to get all of this going. And you know that's because they had the feeling that Dodgers were going to win. You thought the Dodgers were going to win too, didn't you?
Yep.
I see. I can spot you a mile away. Oh, we got a lot of kids coming through. All right. So tell me what you're looking for tonight.
Jerseys.
Jerseys. All right.
For jerseys, looking for sweaters, looking for sweatpants, because, you know, these are getting old, so I need some new ones.
Yeah. What's the budget tonight? What are we looking for?
It don't matter.
There's no budget.
Can I move into your family? You want to adopt me too?
They're adopting me.
Oh, you're buying his stuff too.
Yeah.
You're buying his stuff too. All right.
All of our stuff.
All right. What are you looking for tonight?
Anything I can get, T-shirts, sweatshirts. This doesn't happen all the time, so hey.
Yeah, that's true. All right, but like, is there like a certain thing? Does it have to say like it's got to probably say something. What about something embroidered, beads, glitter?
No, not tonight. No, I just want World Series champs.
All right, that's pretty cool. I can get behind that. What about you, sir? What you looking for?
I've been waiting for 2 hours. I want a sweater. It's so cold.
I was gonna show the line, but I didn't want to stand outside because it was very cold out there. I agree with you. All right, so are you kind of looking for the same thing, like a jersey?
A jersey, a sweater for that cold, anything and everything Dodgers.
What was it like tonight watching the game?
It was amazing.
Rollercoaster,
it was so good, and I went to Game 2 of the World Series here in LA, so it makes it even better.
All right, man. Well, enjoy your evening.
Awesome.
Congratulations.
So
all right. Okay, so Dodgers fans are out. They're spending their money. They are celebrating. I got to say, the energy here is very cool here. Pasadena, Dick's. They just told me they're probably staying open until everyone leaves, and there's so many people out there. So we'll see how that goes. Chauncey, Pat.
That was my question to you, Tom. How late are they open? Because Dick's is never open happen at 11:15 at night. So I think that's fantastic. So instead of having people just rush down there, you didn't really give us, you just said, well, as long as the line is, you know, they're going to let those people come in, of course.
If you give me a second, I could walk out there, but I think the producer wants me to rap. So I'll
yeah, they are saying rap. So thank you, Tom. And again, bring us something back, okay? Anything.
Oh, yeah. All right, yeah, no problem.
No budget. Now, as we've been saying, big win means big celebrations.
Yep, but there is going to be one that's a bit more coordinated.
Yeah.
KCAL assignment editor Mike Rogers at the desk. Now, Mike, a parade is on the way.
It is. With the Dodgers win tonight, the parade will be Friday, and the parade is just part of it. The Dodgers are also saying there's going to be another celebration. Here's the message they posted. Dodgers fans, get ready for the parade and more. The Dodgers World Series Championship parade will be on Friday morning with a parade in downtown L.A. and a special ticketed celebration at Dodger Stadium. Now, they have not said what that special ticketed celebration is going to be, but I wanted to point out, because they noted that you will not be feasible for fans to go to both the parade and the Dodger Stadium event, probably because there's going to be some logistics there. But I wanted to quickly show you the parade route here. It'll start at City Hall. It'll go southbound on Spring Street, and then westbound on First Street, southbound on Grand, westbound on Flower, and that is where it will finally come to an end, and people are excited.
Oh my God, that was the craziest game I've ever seen. Being down 5-0 early. We finally get our parade, baby. We finally get our parade. Go Dodgers.
Yeah, and you guys, we finally get our parade. I think that's so much pent-up energy from 2020 where nobody got a parade. Nobody got to really celebrate this. So the city finally getting their parade.
Oh, finally. Thanks a lot, Mike. So what's the weather going to be like for our parade? But I've got to point this out. We won tonight. Pat is back, and you all had the lucky Shohei Ohtani ball.
Yes. Oh, this is what Pat and I did. Every night they won.
I wasn't here
except last night,
so
and we
don't blame
lost.
Pat for yesterday.
Hey, but back tonight. We're going to shine on this
and
ball.
I got to say, as soon as she touched it,
yeah, there you go.
Finally.
And as soon as Pat touched it tonight, everything changed. She's our lucky ticket, you guys.
She is.
Yeah.
Well, I've been a Dodgers fan most of my life.
Yeah,
you
this
know, when
was
I can say
special.
Dodgers, and being out here for 35 years, it's really such a wonderful feeling because you know how much hard work they put into it, and they've been trying to get the championship back here in Los Angeles. And 2020, yeah, you know,
This
that was
was
a different.
something.
Yeah, the games were shortened, was 60 games, I think.
Yeah.
So this time is just. It means a lot. It really does.
They poured their heart into that. This was a special season. I'm so grateful that we all got to be part of it.
Especially all the ups and downs, the injuries, but then we had the ups with Shohei, right? A lot, but
exactly.
And then
got through it.
all to this.
They rose above it all.
Yeah.
And look
They
at them, champions. We are so proud of that. So that Shohei ball every season is not going anywhere, you guys. Hey, we're going to talk about the parade, but so many folks across Southern California celebrating. Look, we've got the Catalina Casino. It is lit up in the Dodger blue right now, and then the bridge in Long Beach, you can see also lit up in Dodger blue. So let's get you pumped up for the championship Dodger Parade this Friday. So this is going to be the forecast for downtown Los Angeles. And I know there are going to be some festivities at Dodger Stadium as well. So 10 o'clock, if you're getting there early, parade starts at 11 o'clock. We'll be in the upper 50s. So a chilly start, a little bit cooler by the time we get to Friday. But you guys, not bad. We are staying dry. The rain is holding off until the weekend. So this is going to be a perfect day to celebrate our boys in blue. We are so proud of them. So by noon, we're going to be in the mid to upper 60s. We get to 2 o'clock and we are close to 70 degrees. So it is going to be a good day. Let's talk about what's next because we've got a whole lot going on in the weather. We have another cold night in store for us tonight. Dry for the rest of the week. No umbrellas for Halloween. Weekend rain chances pick up and then it's cooler for everyone this weekend. And you can see we are talking 60s with the chance for rain showers. Here's the thing. I told you last night that we had 2 different scenarios that could happen, and it does look like the storm pushes further inland, drops south, and this is going to lead to lighter rain this weekend. But still, we are going to see light rain that picks up across Southern California going into Saturday afternoon, Saturday night, and then lingering into Sunday morning. Tonight, though, we've got lows dropping down to the 40s, and we've got highs that are in the 70s. Tomorrow afternoon, a pretty day with sunshine. Let's get you to the weekend, mid-60s through Los Angeles and Orange counties. Chance for rain Saturday night, Sunday morning. In the valleys, upper 60s this weekend, and finally in the Inland Empire, 70s turn to 60s, and then we warm back up by the middle of next week. But you guys, go Dodgers. The parade is going to be perfect.
All right, thanks so much, Danny. I have a feeling no matter what the weather is, Friday the parade is going to be wonderful. And keep it right here, folks, because we have more World Series Dodgers coverage coming up after the break.
Local celebrities showing their love for the boys in blue. That's next. Stay with us on CBS. And also to our KCAL viewers, you're now going back to normal programming.